Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to RossonARI TV. This is the Verona Milan post match. Wow, what a performance! AC Milan looking like the AC Milan of Ancelotti 2003, dominating, playing football, champagne. No, let's be honest, guys. What a weird game. So I did not see a lot of the first half. I got entangled in a conversation and I just completely forgot about the game. But very strange game, really scrappy. It felt like very rushed. Um, I really don't understand what kind of work Fonseca is doing and what direction he's steering this team in as far as the football goes. I really don't get it. I don't understand what our system is supposed to look like, what kind of football we're supposed to play. Everything is really scrappy. Everything is really rushed. Everything is really. It looked like they were panicking for at least the what I saw. I didn't see. As I said, I missed most of the first half. I did see the second half. There's a lot of panicking. And guys, let's be honest here. Verona has absolutely no firepower. Okay, Verona is gonna. I don't know if Verona can make it in, can stay in Serie A, but Verona really no firepower at all. And I think that was Milan's saving grace, to be honest with you. I think the fact that Verona has no firepower is Milan saving grace. I mean, they had a chance at the end there to shoot on goal, and I don't know who that player was. Instead of shooting on goal, he turned around, passed the ball, and lost the ball. But aside from that one play, that the Fofana Reindeers combination, um, yeah, very poor game. Just ugly football. Looked like watching two amateur teams play. Obviously, Milan more possession because Milan has the better players. I mean, yeah, Milan obviously has the better resources. Therefore, they have the better players. Therefore, they're going to hold the ball more. But the football very poor. All in all, very poor. Is it good? Is it three good points? That's the question of the day. Was it better to lose and actually ditch Fonseca? Because there was a rumor saying that if today Milan would have lost, Fonseca would have been out, and maybe Allegri could have come in or Sarri. That's what the rumors were suggesting. But the win keeps Fonseca on the bench. So now we are here juggling with this idea. Was it better to lose, or are we happy with the 3 points? And what do these 3 points really do in the end? I don't know. I don't know. Um, as I said, I would rather Fonseca stays till the end of the season because I'm a masochist and I want to see. And I think that the best thing that can happen to Milan, and I know this sounds crazy to some people, but I think the best thing that can happen to Milan is for Milan not to make the Champions League, which will hurt Redbird's wallet, and that will force Redbird to move in a different direction and maybe start to take better footballing decisions, better sporting decisions. We need Redbird to ditch their Moneyball algorithm, data analytics, baseball, basketball, American football ideas. We need them to ditch that. That's what's hurting us. That whole experiment we're trying to do, which is which as far as monetary wise, they're winning because they're making money. It's working for them, but not making the Champions League is going to hurt their wallet. Is going to hurt their wallet, and that's just a fact. Money is money. Capital is capital. They need to ditch that whole Moneyball thing, this whole bullshit that they're trying to do. And I think if they don't make the Champions League, then they'll be like, okay, this thing didn't work. Let's try and take a more, you know, traditional approach, right? Let's make this about the game. Let's make this about the sporting side, and by making this about the sporting side, then the money will come. So I guess that's what we are hanging on to. And unfortunately, guys, one of the worst pieces of news of the day today is exactly what the last live I was. I said, I fear that because of usually how these things work with loans and banks, that you can renegotiate loan extensions, and that's exactly what happened. So apparently, today we had the terrible news that that Jerry Cardinale decided to pay in advance a portion of the vendor's loan and extend the rest until 2028, which means that we are stuck with these guys for another 3 to 4 years. So that's official. So, guys, for the next 3 or 4 years, as of now, on paper, we know that Jerry Cardinale and his terrible Moneyball bullshit is going to stay with us. Um, Milan is not going to have a soul for the next 4 years. We know this. And then it could go even longer. But I did say this on my Twitter, on our Twitter account earlier, that in the end, guys, in America, money talks. America is a capitalist country, and capitalism dictates the land, the rule of law there. And if someone does come with an offer that they can't refuse, they will say yes. And hopefully, that's what we hope that happens. We need to pray to whoever you pray to, even if you pray to Satan. Fucking pray to Satan. I don't care. Whoever you pray to, we got to pray to whoever that someone comes and decides to buy the club and actually treats Milan properly, the way Milan should be treated, not as an asset and a return of investment. So that's what we were hoping for. United States LLC, yeah, America's a corporate. Yeah, so look, that's what we need. We need someone to come and buy the team, come and buy the club, and hopefully that's what happens. Another thing I want to talk about is I'm seeing a lot of glazing over Fofana and reindeers. I mean, okay, look, it was a nice goal, it was a nice pass, but guys, we played against a really bad team. All right, if these guys would be doing this shit consistently against the best teams, and helping us be up there, 1 point or 2 points from the top, okay, fine. We can glaze over reindeers and Fafana, but doing these things against Verona, I was looking at Verona, right? I was looking at their games recently. They lost at home to Empoli 4-1, and I put this in the WhatsApp chat. Like, um, Empoli, their players for Empoli scored 4 goals. Nobody is saying that those Empoli players are world class. Nobody is saying that those Empoli players deserve the Ballon d'Or. But with us, if Reindeers has a good game against Verona, all of a sudden this guy's a Ballon d'Or player. If Fofana, like, our standards have gone to shit. That's the truth. Our standards have gone to shit. Now, when we look back at our best players, the real world class players that we used to have, let's look at Kaká, for example, right? Yeah, Kaká would score amazing goals against Empoli, but he would also help Milan win the Champions League. He would also do amazing things in the semi-final of the Champions League. He would also help Milan beat Inter, beat Juve, beat Roma, Lazio, etc., etc. And then he would also score those nice goals and those plays against the smaller teams. We are praising our players and treating them as if they are the best that have ever existed, just because they're having decent games against these small teams that are battling for relegation. I mean, guys, if this is how we treat Milan, then we're playing into Cardinale's game. We're downgrading what Milan is about. There are plenty of teams that can beat Verona, and there are plenty of players in the Serie A that can do amazing plays against Verona and score amazing goals. But we don't call those players world class. I mean, a few days ago, Inter beat Lazio 6-0. But if you ask your Milan fans, oh no, no, the Inter midfielders are all crap. No, Reindeers is the best. Barella is crap. Chalanoglu is crap. They're all disgusting. You know, they score 6 goals against Lazio. They're all disgusting. We score 1 goal against Verona, but we're the best in the world. How does that make any sense? I don't understand. I don't understand how Milan fans reason today. I really don't get it. We have a deficit in standards, and it's disappointing. To me, it's disappointing because this is not Milan. This is not what Milan is supposed to be. All right, so let's go to chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. And guys, if you want to join and talk about the game, you're welcome. Now, I won't be able to do many lives for that long. Right now, I can do lives because I'm in Italy. My schedule is different. But in 3 weeks or so, I'm back in the US and my schedule won't be as friendly. So take advantage of these lives, guys, right now because I won't be able to do many once I'm back in the US. Anyway, let's get to chat. Kashavit, what's up? Worst news has just come out. Milan announced refinancing deal with Red Turd and Elliott. Yes, terrible news. Awful news. A game of mixed emotions. Yeah. Kashavit says better to lose. It would have been better to lose because if you would have lost, then the management would have taken. We need the management to take strong measures. Until we kind of live in this kind of a medium purgatory kind of state, everything is going to stay the way it is. Carcinogen. That's funny. What's up, bro? I guess we will see next match against Roma if Fonseca is going to stay. Yeah, we'll see. Roma is another mess, so it's going to be at the San Siro. We'll see. That's going to be the 29th. So we're going to have a 9-day break. I think it's the next game is the 29th. I think so. What's up, guys? 3 lucky points by a single play against a team in the bottom of the table trying to survive. Wow, something to celebrate about, I guess, for some clueless. Yeah. That's true. That is true. We have to really, I don't know. It's too easy to celebrate now. Today, people are just latching on to anything. America's a corporation. Yeah, listen, capitalism is capitalism. I mean, look at Twitter, right? Twitter was a very important tool for let's say for political power, but money dictates. Money dictates. Same thing can happen to Milan. If the price is good, they will sell. They will sell 100%. Yeah, we're pretty bad. Today was a pretty bad game. Yeah. Generally speaking, yes. What's up, Edison? How you doing? What happened in Milan today? I don't know. What happened? I'm not sure. Missing Champions League, it's a possibility. It will hurt their finances. They'll try to compensate that through upgrading their marketing and become a fashion club. That's funny, bro. It's funny because it's probably it's not even out of the realm of fantasy. Hopping on in a few minutes, just wrapping up work. Nice, awesome. Nico from the Milanista Report, guys. Go and subscribe to the Milanista Report. Great guys with very good football acumen. That just sells shirts in North America by signing of a North American star, Jimenez. Mm, yeah, yeah. Bringing Fasone Mirabelli back. Yeah, I prefer them. I prefer them. I know you do too. Roy, some fan base praised the management for getting Rangers, Pulisic, and Verona, but left out that Moncada Cooking bought 13 players over two summer mercato. That is the standard of the. Yeah, exactly. And also, listen, I do not praise the management for Reindeers because Reindeers, they listen. This is the story with Reindeers and Reindeer's father had an interview not too long ago, and he spoke about the transfer of Reindeers to Milan. So there were a bunch of teams. There were a bunch of big teams actually looking for Reindeers. Barcelona was one, and Man City was one, and also Milan. So obviously Milan was the team that offered the least amount of money, blah blah blah. But the only reason why they chose Milan, why the father chose Milan, these are his words, not my words. These are his words, is because the father said that in order for Rangers to advance in his career, he needs to play. And at Barcelona, in that midfield, he wouldn't be getting any playing time. At Man City, in that midfield, he wouldn't be getting it at any playing time. But at Milan, the fucking this club run by the circus, he'd be getting a lot of playing time. That's why they joined Milan. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like giving so much credit to the management for getting reindeers. They got reindeers because the dad said, "Look at Milan. This is a club where my son will get playing time, while all these other clubs they're too good for him." Yeah. Does Moncada deserve a credit for that? No, not for me. Um, yeah, and the other 13 players, Jesus, Lord have mercy. What's up, Antonio? How you doing? Antonio's here, but he's muted. When he's available, he'll talk. Fonseca satisfied with the Verona win? Well, of course, yeah. He saved his job today. Freaking reindeer saved his job today. Quick question: have you given up on the season? Are you still? No, listen. I already I for me it was the beginning of the season when we had that game against Venezia, and I saw how Milan played against Venezia, even though we won. I was like, I already checked out. It was over. It was already over. It was already over. And I kept on saying that as long as Fonseca's in the team, we're not gonna make the Champions League. Carmelo, what's up, my man? How you doing?
Ciao Roy, how you doing? All right.
Good.
How's
What?
the whole land treating you? All right over there.
It's nice, man. It's really nice. It's good.
That's that's
It's
good.
cold right now, but I like it. It's always
Well,
nice.
it's this. Let me tell you this. It's December, supposed to be cold.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. And we're starting to get even colder, so it's starting just the beginning of the real winter. I think we were at the end of autumn more or less, but now it's starting to get really cold.
Yeah,
But
but
over
you can get cold also in the area where you are. You can get really cold over there as
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
But overall, yeah, it's great. Italy's great, man. Italy's
That's good.
fantastic.
That's all you want. That's all you
Yeah.
want.
So, did you see the game today? How was it for you?
I did see the game. I don't know. It's one of those many games we haven't been seeing this season so far. You know, nothing new there. Like I don't know. I keep saying to me, it looks like I don't know, a bunch of lads who just discover football, gathering together and trying to figure out how to play it. You know, it's many games has been played like this. Now I do watch the games because I can't help it. You know, it's one of those things that I've been doing since I was a kid. So I do watch them, but I watch I'm watching like numb. You know, I'm just numb. I don't feel emotions anymore. I don't feel like you know. And to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about the season itself because I have no expectation whatsoever. You know. I don't looking forward for nothing to be honest, because I don't think this team is going to reach the Champions League to be honest. You know,
You
and
don't think so?
I don't think so because there's no consistency in this team. We all know that you might win one game here and there, and then you draw another one, and then you lose again. So if you don't have consistency, you're not gonna get there. And because, especially because it's different season from last one, those above us, they're not gonna. They're running. They making like wins and after one after the other. And Lazio, Fiorentina, they weren't there last season. But again, look, Roy, I don't give it. Seriously, I do watch the game, like I said, but I don't care anymore. It's not that. What really concerned me was what I heard today, what I heard today about the new deal they reached. Elliot and Redbird. That's what concerned me the most, to be honest with you. Because that's what I'm looking at. I don't care what's going on the pitch because I know, Fonseca is not gonna go because he will stay there. He'll probably stay there next season as well. But what happened today? That deal. Well, like you were saying earlier on, another 3 or 4 years with these people. Oh God, can you imagine that? And I don't know. My only hope is, to be honest, at this stage, my only hope is that the next season, if we don't reach the Champions League, which I think we won't, at least they reconsider the whole thing. I think Jerry will be. My hope it would be advised by somebody to, hire football people, people that. Because let's be honest, if we don't make the Champions League, the budget next season will be even more strict than usual. Because obviously they just paid 170 million as a part of the loan. Was 100? Now they have to pay
Yeah,
still.
170.
Yeah, so they have 489 million to pay still to them.
Right.
So money wise, if they don't make the Champions League, they're gonna have to get this money from somewhere. So there is no hope that they're gonna reinforce the team as they should. No way, no way. And that's what concerned me the most. If you get like a proper DS, I'm not asking for much. Just get a proper DS, and even though you give them a very strict budget, at least the proper DS along with the coach. You can figure out things better than these people. You know, that's what I'm asking for. I mean, it's not much if you think about it. But if we continue with these people, Forlani, Moncada, Ibra, and all that, telling us the same narrative over and over and over again, we're never gonna get out of this. Never. Well, at least until they stay there anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for
we'll
sure.
we'll see what happens. But at
They're
least
not.
look, like
These guys are not going to become experts. You know, they're not going to
yeah,
become experts.
yeah. All of a
They're not-
sudden, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And besides, they don't have interest in that regard anyway. I don't think.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I did. I don't know. So today I was watching a video, a Longoni video,
Mm,
and he did say something which was very interesting. But this is not confirmed. It's just a rumor. Okay. This is what I'm about to say is just a rumor. It is not confirmed. It is not official. This
right.
could potentially be completely fake. So I'm just letting you know. But apparently, according to Longoni and one of his friends or his, I don't know, acquaintances, colleagues,
Right.
um, was having a conversation with Scaroni, and
Okay.
Scaroni told him that Milan fans should stop wanting this, wanting wanting Milan to win all the time. The plan is to make Milan like Manchester United. Win or lose, the club makes money. That is the plan. So this idea of winning needs to pretty much go. Essentially, this is what Scaroni said in this conversation, but it's not official. It's not official. It's just a rumor that
Yeah,
is
but
floating.
listen. Scaroni, from my point of view, Scaroni is the only one who says the truth in Milan.
Yeah, yeah.
He
That's
always has been saying the truth because he's the one who's been saying for years now. that the priority is the Champions League spot. And then if a trophy comes on top of that, that's a plus. So he's
That's
the only one who says the truth. And
right.
now
It's
I was
something he
reading
would say.
today. What's that?
It is something he would say based on
Oh
his
yeah,
previous
oh yeah.
performance.
So we all know. Look, there's the Milan situation with these people. Is there to see for who wants to see, if you know what I mean. You know. And on
Yeah.
top of that, I was reading today that Scaroni said that San Donato, the stadium thing, is not a priority anymore. Do you
Right.
understand where we are with these people? They jumping from they say one thing one day and they say the opposite the other day. Do you know what I mean? What kind of way they managing this club? You know what I mean? It's, it's
Yeah, it's a
very wrong.
disaster. It's a
It's
disaster.
it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. And like you were saying before, and then I know now. Apparently, I'm not talking about the curva. That's I don't really care what they're doing, to be honest with you, because I don't care. But overall, the Milan Tifosi, I just hope that they're realizing more and more, because apparently that's the way. That's what's happening. That many people are opening their eyes about these people, and I hope that that continues, regardless of what's going
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
pitch,
yeah. I hope it does.
regardless of the results on the pitch.
Yeah,
Because they have to. You have to do something. You have to do something. I'm not saying something drastic. I'm not saying to people like you don't have to go to the stadium, or you don't have to do this. Don't have, anyone is free to support Milan wherever way he wants. But be aware. Be aware who these people are. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, now most of the comments you read online, and of course now even the Curva Sud, it's pretty much. It seems like an awakening has happened. A general awakening. Of course, there's uh, a few people that are still hanging on to the dream, to the
Oh yeah,
Cardinale dream. But those people are fading. They're becoming less and less.
yeah.
So
But
if
you
I
always
yeah,
no,
go
go
ahead.
on, go on. No, I
No, go
was
ahead.
just gonna say you always find those people that still holding on to something. It's like the Japanese in the jungle left there. You thought the war was going on, but still, that
Yeah.
kind of way.
Uh,
So
Fadinho says, Carmelo, I second your opinion. No consistency, injuries piling up, no strong bench, players not accepting Fonseca as a coach, incompetent and inexperienced management in both business and sporting.
yeah, because on top of having like just an average team overall, we don't have depth in the squad either. Now imagine if Fofana or Endiers, which they apparently the good ones on top of the others anyway. But imagine if Fofana get injured, who is going to play there? Or Endiers, who's going to play there? So
Ah,
there is no substitute.
yeah. The
So that's
roster is super thin.
that's why you have to think. You have to see the whole picture. When you build a squad, you have to have substitutes as well. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have your squad needs to be badass. The whole squad needs to be badass. You need to have 16 top level players.
At least, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, hey, Rock, why don't you come on the live and you start the war? You start the war. I do have a question about Rocco. Because Rocco was, out of everybody, Rocco is the worst. Rocco was 100% the worst because he was so convinced about the genius of Furlani and Moncada. This guy said, "Now finally we won't lose a derby ever again." It was Maldini's fault that we were losing those derbies. Now that Maldini is gone, Furlani, these guys know, they understand modern football. Bruh, the next derby we got our asses kicked 5-2. This guy has never shown his face ever again since that first live he did. I really wonder what he says now after uh after his crazy takes. I never saw he is the one. Rocco gets he is the one. He is definitely number one dude. That the thing about Rocco is that he had a very smooth, articulate way of talking. So a lot of people believed him. He's a great. He would be a great salesman. That guy would be a great politician, man. That guy would be a great politician. So many people. Oh my God! Listen to this guy. Wow, he's so articulate. Italian accent, articulate. Blah blah blah. Man, nobody has said more bullshit than that guy. Nobody has got it more wrong than him. So I'm really
Yeah,
curious to know what happened to this guy.
I don't know who this Rocco guy is, but I knew a few like him, Italian YouTubers and stuff. Think like that, you know.
Incredible. Roy, thoughts on every Milan YouTube channel who justified Maldizi's firing and said Redbird know what they're doing. Fast forward a year and they're all trying to rewrite history and say, I mean, honestly, it was predictable because eventually, like you can't hide it anymore. Like what when the team just doesn't perform, what are you going to say? What are you going to do? But a lot of people got bamboozled by the markets. The
Yeah, but
market bamboozled
it's
a lot of
not
people.
only Roy. It's not only the performance on the page. It's things that's been said before and after the games or during the week or whatever that should give you a picture of where we are at. Things that
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah,
said or not been said. Either way.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand like how people. There's some people that honestly should not be talking about football. Like, or at least don't present yourself as someone that understands the game. Because I mean, I think that it was very obvious that this management had a lot of deficiencies. Didn't Jerry give Inter the second star? The worst owner ever. I mean, Jesus Christ. This ours the season they fire Maldini is the season that Inter wins the second star at the San Siro against Milan. Can it get any worse than that? There's
Oh,
Inter fans that have that fucking date tattooed on their body. You know, we gave
oh yeah,
that to them. We gave that to them. That was a gift from Jerry. Jerry is a generous guy. He believes in the ecosystem. Everybody's got to win. Everybody except for Milan.
that day we made history for them, though.
Yeah, that's right. I don't even know who Rocco is.
Imagine Roy how Chalanoglu felt that day.
Oh my God, he probably felt like he felt good.
Oh yes, oh yes. He had his revenge from his point of view.
Oh yeah, for sure. He probably felt really good because we kind of stuck it up to him in the 22 season, the 21-22 season. Cialanoglu, figlio di puttana.
Oh yeah, oh
but
yeah,
but he came back, huh? He came back with a vengeance.
oh yeah. He's a way
Uh,
a way better player now, obviously.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't even know who Rocco is. Rocco is a guy that kind of showed up. Listen, I'm sure the guy is very good at whatever it is he does. Okay, like he seems to be. He seems to work in corporate America. He's probably good at what he does, but his footballing IQ was, oh my lord. The issue I had with Rocco is that because he was very articulate and very, I don't know, he had a certain appeal in the way he spoke, but the bullshit he was saying, man, too many people believed him. Jerry probably thought it was the best thing to do. What is Martino still anti-Italian? I don't know. Is he? I haven't heard him. I haven't seen him talk about Italians lately. Uh, but Milan
What's
definitely
the
needs Italians for sure.
what's
But
the
the good
next game?
ones.
What's the next game? The Champions League is it next week? Oh no, am I mistaken? Or I can't remember. I mean, why do
Honestly,
we play tonight?
honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But we definitely need we need an Italian core. We need a national team Italian core. This has been always the formula. It's always been a formula. I don't understand how the people that run these algorithms don't understand that, don't know this. Are these algorithms? What are these algorithms showing?
Yeah,
I
but
know that.
that's again the the arrogance, the presumption that these people had once they took over. They thought they could change something that has been there for I don't know how many years. You can't change a system like European football, or in a country like Italy, in a club like Milan, just from one day to another. You think you can change things?
Yeah,
That's not the
yeah,
way. That's
yeah.
not the way it works.
That's why. That's why.
That's
Uh,
presumption and arrogance,
yeah,
and stupidity at the same time. Because if Nigeria have to had like an humble approach to the whole thing, and take advice from people, the right people, it might things would have been going differently. But he had that very aggressive approach, like he wants to change the whole world. That's not
right.
the way it works.
Yeah,
I know you're American, but hey, chill out, chill out. That's not the way it works over here. And I'm not saying all Americans are like that, but he's putting Americans in the bad spots. You know, the way he's acting and operating and all that.
but that's why the fans are saying we are not Americans. We are not Americans because
I mean, there
this
are
guy
other clubs,
wants to rewrite the way football is interpreted in Italy. Bruh, this guy doesn't know anything about football.
but that's
What
the
is he
that's
trying to
the
do?
that's his original sin. It's the aggressive approach he had that he thinks he can change the whole thing. That's not the way it works. I mean, other clubs are owned by Americans, but they're not doing what he's doing. They're not changing the whole thing. I mean, Oak Tree, like without mentioning Atalanta, because there is Americans in Atalanta. The owners, I think it's American. I don't know what percentage he has or whatever. But these people led the Italian football people managing the club on the sporting side. Oak Tree in Inter, what they did, they renewed the top players. They left Marotta there, Ausilio there. They didn't change the whole thing like Jerry did. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
because yeah. And before I get Nico in, I want to say, look, I did more research on Atalanta. So Atalanta is
I think
yeah,
it's
there's an
49% owned by America. Am I right?
something like that, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
the people running the club is the Percassi group.
The family, the Percassi family, exactly. Yeah, they
They
still this.
they
Yeah,
play football in Serie A. These are football people,
they
right?
still own the majority of the club. I think, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken. Yeah.
So there's they understand the game in Italy. They're running the club not like an American MLS team or an American baseball team. They're running the club like a Serie A team.
Talking
Anyway,
about Americans, I think Verona and Genoa now are owned by Americans now. I
oh
think
no,
as well.
Genoa just got sold to a Romanian.
Oh, is he? Oh, so
Yeah,
it's Verona. Verona now is owned by Americans.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Nico, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? How's
Good,
everybody?
good,
Hey,
good.
Nico,
Carmelo,
how you doing?
hey, doing all right. Not too bad. Not too bad, guys.
What's up, my man? What do you got to say?
Where do we even begin? Hey, by the way, quick thing, Roy, how's Italy treating you? Before I get into
Ah, nice,
today's
nice.
match and
Italy's
everything
great.
else, excellent.
A plus for Italy. A plus.
Right on, right on, right on, right on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, where do we even begin? I guess the game. I did watch it, unfortunately, during work today at home. um, it is what it was. It was a uninspiring game, right? Obviously, no fire, no passion from the team once again. And just a quick note the on Fofana and Tajani. I know you guys mentioned it before a little while ago. Listen, Roy, you can attest to this as well, and Carmelo, anybody on this panel, anybody who's watching it live, who's been around the game for quite a while, either played it, watched it since they were kids, coached it. Those type of plays are taught at the most fundamental level, right? Those split passes, the run behind the back shoulder of the center back, timing your runs, you're not offside. That's fundamentals football. Was it a nice play? Yes. Good vision? Yes. But to call that a world class play, no. That's just crazy talk. It makes that's just gassing up our
Yeah,
own team.
that's just glazing because it's a Milan player, you know. That's what I spoke about in the beginning. Is like there's too much glazing. I mean, listen, do that consistently. Do that against Juve. Do that against Inter. Do that against Napoli. Do that against then okay. But you do it against a Verona team that is a mess. Obviously, it's like we see other teams score amazing goals against Verona. We don't call those players world class.
Yeah, but the thing is, Roy, that as Nico was saying, that was a good play. Obviously, I'm not denying that, and the
Yeah, well,
timing the timing and everything was right. But that, like, because the way Verona defense was, that line of pass was easy to read. I mean, even Montolivo could do
and
that pass.
it was completely open. The center was completely open.
Exactly. So it was very inviting. Anybody could see that line of pass and put the ball through it. You know.
Yeah, it
I,
was a good.
I, I I don't take credit away from the both of them for scoring that goal. I'm just saying, like, it was nothing
Yeah,
extraordinary.
no, I
Or
agree
yeah,
with what Nico said. Like, let's
yeah,
chill out.
exactly.
Let's chill out with this world class and all of that stuff, man.
And the way Reindeers hit the ball, that was very good. But again, Reindeers technically is a good player. No one ever dispute that. I don't dispute that. He lacks in other things, but that's another story. But technically, he's a good player. We all know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a good player technically. I mean, there's many good players technically in Serie A. Um, he doesn't, he just has no cazzimma. You know what that means.
Oh
He's
yes.
got zero cazzimma. Let's see. Can't believe Milan performance made me want to watch NFL football. I guess this is the true goal of Cardinale. Bore every fan until they watch egg ball. Let's see. Is
And I
Chugus? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think even if we draw or lost this game, I don't think Fonseca will be going anyway. The same rumor has been coming up over and over so
Oh, you
far
don't
this
think so?
season. I don't think it would be. I don't think.
Hmm.
I don't think these people will change him and admit their wrongdoing. I don't think they would. I think they keep him anyway.
I think it's. I I hope he stays. I hope he stays till the end. I want him to stay.
I hope he stays until 2028, until Jerry stays there. And
Until the
probably,
end.
and probably that's what they want. I don't think they want to hire another coach. And my fear is no. Now,
Hey,
now,
fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can-
joke aside, my fear is no. It's
Right
not
back.
like Fonseca himself because we could change him. But my fear is let these people make the change. That's my fear.
Who do you think they would bring in if not Fonseca? What do you think of the rumors of Allegri and Sarri and whatnot?
I don't know. Allegri, look, financially, money wise, I would say Sarri because Sarri wouldn't be so pretentious as Allegri might would be. Because Allegri would want more money, I guess. But Sarri, I would be intrigued to see Sarri because I still believe to this day that the characteristic of the players in the squad we have is suitable for a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah, for better for Sarri. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so because of that, I would be intrigued to see Sarri there. I would be curious to see how that would work out. But again, money wise, I think Allegri would pretend and ask for more money, and I don't think they will.
That is a good point because the rumors are very aggressive on Allegri being the next coach if Fonseca were to be sacked. But Allegri is an expensive coach, and these guys are cheap. So it is a very
Exactly.
strange rumor. Is Nico? What do you think? Who do you think? Who are the best candidates for you? Who would you like to see? Or do you think anybody can make a difference? I think he has issues with his headphones.
Yeah,
All
look,
right,
the ones
let's see what he's.
those ones are available because Sari obviously is available and so is Lake. I think Sari is the more reasonable one for many reasons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so too. There's also the rumor about Savi, right? Uh, n-
I don't know that. I don't
no,
know that.
no, no. Listen, we need the foreign coach thing in Italy does not work.
Exactly.
You are just betting against the odds. Just let it go. Let it go.
Just put an
There's no
end.
point. There's no, yeah. Put an
Put
end to
put an
this.
end to this exotic choices, extravaganza. Like back to the roots, back to reality.
Yes, yes. Foreign coaches in Italy just don't work. It's pointless. Serie A has too many traps. Too many traps. Serie A is too Italian. It's just too Italian for foreign coaches.
And it's
Nico,
not only it's not only
yeah,
that. No, sorry,
go
go on.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's not only about having an Italian coach because, like you said, only we were talking about this the other day. Only Ericsson and Mourinho won in the last over 20 years. That's the only two who won
Well,
like
I mean, if you go even back
title.
further, it's probably in the last.
Even more than that, yeah, even more than that.
I
I
mean,
don't
I think
remember in the 90s. I don't remember like a foreign coach
no,
winning
they're not
title.
for in the 80s. I don't think. I don't think
Not even
they.
in the 80s. There you go. Not even in the 80s.
I think in the 70s it was Herrera with Inter. I don't.
Yeah, that was even the 60s. Not even the 60s as well. But
I
anyway,
think
what I'm saying is, it's not about just that. And again, these foreign coaches, they have this idea of, this football. I mean, football is not that complicated, Roy. Football is two phases in football. One phase when you have the ball, and the other one when you don't have the ball. Just figure out what to do in both situations. It's not that complicated.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Yeah.
playing this like right backs or left backs in midfield and all that. I know Guardiola did this, and then that's what I'm saying. Guardiola. I think at times Guardiola made more harm than good because all so many coaches want to copy him or want to be something like him. Playing all like tonight he played Terracciano in there. Why did he do that? I have no idea why he did that.
I don't know.
It might, Pioli might left some, tactical notes on papers there, Milanello. Fonseca found it and said, "Oh fuck it, I'm gonna play
Hey,
Terracciano in
hey,
midfield."
can you guys
Yo,
hear me?
yeah, yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to chime in the conversation. I think the only reason he played Terrashana, he doesn't have any other options. He's just throwing different ideas at the wall. Hopefully, something works out. He's desperate at this point.
Yeah, but all these changes. I mean, we are in December now. I mean, all these changes that shows you that he hasn't figured out anything yet.
100%, 100%. He's
I mean,
desperate.
I was
And
reading Leao saying that we know now what he wants. Hello, like it's December. What are you gonna say in June? You know what I mean? When he's gonna figure things out? If you
it's not
keep
even.
changing,
Yeah, exactly. It's not that complicated what he's trying to do. We see what he's trying to accomplish. I guess we see glimpses of it, and it's not that complicated. It's the basic triangles. It's the basic, 1-2 passing, one touch football. It's nothing, revolutionary football we're talking about.
Right. Yeah. How was Lao today? I didn't see Lao. So what happened to Lao? I didn't see when Lao was playing. Did you guys? You
eh,
guys saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw the
How was
he was okay, right? Carmelo, he played decent. He didn't do anything. He didn't take over the game. He didn't create any dangerous plays.
no,
I
nothing
mean,
extraordinary. No,
nothing.
nothing. I see Leao struggling a little bit over the last few games. Although he scored the other game against, I can't remember who it was, Champions League, I think it was. I can't remember. But anyway, sometimes he can't even do those things that he's very good at. You know, they don't come easy for him to do those things anymore for whatever reason. I don't know. Because what happened with Fonseca, the fact that he left him out a few times or whatever's going on in that dressing room. But it seems to me that Leao, obviously, consistency is not his thing in the game. You know, we all know that.
I
But
think it comes.
lately,
Yeah, go ahead, Carmelo. Sorry.
yeah, but lately seems like those things that he's very good at, he can't even do them properly anymore. You know, well, it seems to me anyway.
Yeah, his mind is not in the right place to do that stuff.
No, I think he's just not committed to improving. I guarantee he's not
Yeah.
staying. He's not staying at training an extra 2 hours working on his game.
Oh yeah,
Hundred
that's for
percent.
sure.
Yeah, but it all comes down. It all comes down to the approach you have to the game and the attitude, the body language of the players. It seems like they can't be bothered sometimes. You know, I mean, put in comparison, like the last 6 months of the Scudetto year when we won the Scudetto. Do you remember how players were focused and given the 100% and even more? I know it was different story, different situation, and all that. I know that, but now it seems like I know even the main players like Leao and Theo. Well, Theo is another case, but anyway, because outside the pitch, what's going on outside the pitch, it might has an effect on him as well, which is perfectly normal and understandable. But it gives to me the impression that these players don't give the 100%. You know, that's what I
No, but
that's what
it's
I think.
impossible. You cannot give 100% with an ownership and a management like this. It's just impossible. It will never happen. Like
Yeah, but it's also the coach, Roy. The coach
no,
has
and the
to,
coach too, and the coach too,
yeah,
of course.
mentally you have to be able to take the best out of them. You have to make them believe you what you're saying and what you want from them. But when Musa
But
comes out at the press and says, "I don't know when to attack or when to defend," I mean, what do you expect?
at least he's honest.
Fellas, Kalulu said it best when he left to go to Juve. He came out, and I actually reported it on one of my lives a while back. He said, not for this is probably out of. I'm not saying it exactly what he said, but he quoted pretty much saying that under Fonseca he didn't know what he was doing. But the
Mm.
minute he stepped into Juve within a couple of days, he knew what Mota was trying to do with the team and with him tactically.
Sometimes, even
Yeah,
as a coach, you have to keep it basic. Start from there because if you keep changing, if you keep uh, having different ideas all the time, you just make it worse. You just make like a chaos. Because the
Bro,
players at that stage, the players won't know anymore what you want from one game to another. Keep it basic. Keep the ABC of football.
dude, when Otto Regenhaller was coaching the Greek national team, all right, up to that '04 Euros where they won.
Oh,
I just read the
two
book
top.
on that whole 2004. Going
Yeah,
up
yeah,
when
I
he took
remember
over
that.
when he took over the team, he wasn't known to be a super tactical coach in Germany, Otto, at all. Not he wasn't known for that. He wasn't like the other German coaches at the time. He was a decent coach, but when he came to Greece, he kept it simple. He told them what to do defensively. He's like, I want you to do this like, defensively. But when they had the ball on the attack, he told the players, I trust you enough, you're professional players, do what you want on the ball. But if you fuck up, I'm going to tell you what to do differently. I'm going to start dictating the offense as well. So in terms of tactics, it wasn't like something, he kept it really simple with that team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Keep it basic. You
Super
know,
basic.
give the team, give the players basic structures, and then you can build something new on top of that afterwards.
yeah, yeah. He's not up to the level. We all knew this. Everybody knew this.
Well, a few
And,
people
and
thought he was going to be extraordinary, and that's it. He said he was going to surprise us.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't like to think that every time things go bad, the game goes bad, the lost or whatever, he blames anything else or everybody else other than himself.
Right. I've never seen a coach do that.
No,
No one in this
Tuchel.
fucking
Well,
club, no one.
Tuchel's done that. Tuchel's done that. He's known to throw his players under the bus. But
Tuchel.
he's won shit. Yeah, Tuchel's did it with when he was coaching Bayern last season.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
He
remember.
threw he threw Kim Jae under the bus after that loss against Madrid.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Big
remember
time.
that. Yeah.
No
But
one takes responsibility in this club. No one. No one says, "Look, we apologize for this," or "We try to be better," or something like that. Even if you don't mean it, but just say it. Just take responsibility for once. Anyone in there, no one does that.
Yeah, I think it was Longoni in his channel. He was pointing out that in that party that they had for the 125th birthday, the players came in from the front and they went and took those pictures from the front, and the fans were protesting the players, but
Yeah,
the management, they didn't go in
yeah.
from the front. They
Yeah,
came in from the back door.
cowards.
the, the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, I mean that's what are you gonna do? Like if we have these kind of people, the chain of command is broken. The chain is broken.
That's
So
what I'm saying, Roy. The arrogance in these people is something else.
I don't know how to fix this. I mean,
It's not
with these
fixable.
guys.
It's not. I don't see any light at the end of this tunnel at all. Even if, by any chance, let's just say, for argument's sake, Fonseca next season and next year decides, all right, I got this team for another 4 years. I want to make some changes to the management. Do you really think he has the ability or anybody whispering in his ear who to actually put in place?
It doesn't have the ability to say anything, or the
That's what I'm saying.
backbone to stand up to them and say, "Look, I want this player, I want that player." I mean, if you remember, guys, you remember just before Salamakis was transferred, loaned to Roma, he
Yeah,
said he wanted to keep Salamakis. It was important for the team, and he liked him. And then 2 days later, they sold him. What are we
yeah,
talking about here? So who's going to listen to Fonseca? Is there no? Is there to listen to them?
right. They hired him to shut up, essentially.
It doesn't have. Come on, it doesn't have the uh, again the backbone to stand and say, look, if you want these results, then I need this player or need that player, I need that player. It's not able to do that. And that's why the reason why they don't hire people like Conte or whatever.
Mm.
Or at
Because
least, or at least get players that fit in the system. You don't have to get the players that he actually wants, but get something that fit that profile, right?
yeah, but Nico, again, you
Something.
don't need to spend a lot of money sometimes to build a decent competitive squad. You just need knowledge. You don't need to spend like 300 million necessarily. You can
Hundred
spend way
percent.
less than you can spend way less than that with people who has knowledge and who knows what this team needs. I mean, it's not just last summer, even 2 summers ago. The whole all those players that came in, they didn't fix the issue with this team because we still have the same issues this year than we had last year. And Pioli was there after Maldini left. Pioli, they told us that Pioli was this super manager. Now he's in control, and he did the team with Fulani and all that bullshit that all those lies they always tell. And Pioli, why didn't Pioli impose to have a CDM last season or
He
even
had to
more than
beg
one?
to keep Krunic for at least
Yeah,
half a
but
season.
but he could easily ask for one more. you know. And the same, so here we are still having the same issues again. I mean, Fofana is playing that role now, but if you see Fofana play at Monaco, he wasn't playing that. He was a box to box kind of midfielder. He never
Yeah,
played in that position. He's trying his best, but it's Fofana.
Yeah,
You
his
know,
Is it-
limitations for sure.
yeah. What's up, Abdi? How you doing, man?
Yo, yo, yo. I'm alright. I'm alright. Pretty,
Nah,
Mr. Posit,
pretty.
don't tell me
Mr.
your spirit is broken.
Positivity.
Don't tell me
Yeah,
your
man.
spirit is broken. Don't tell me your
We say?
spirit. Don't tell me your spirit is broken, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of is. However, I do think we will see a resurgence when Benacer comes back and Pulisic and the rest. Well, the main person that I think we're missing is Benacer, man. Genuinely, because you see Fofana's pass tonight, yeah. If you watch the game and I always like to look at what Fofana is
Yeah,
doing,
but update,
and
update. Don't
it,
count on Benacer too much, my friend, because it's not gonna
that's
come
the only
back
issue.
again. Yeah,
No, he's coming back in January, the same time as Pulisic, but
yeah, but it
the
takes
only
time
he's
to.
so injured. Yeah,
Dude, Abdi, just like Carmelo was just saying, he's so compromised physically right now
that's
that
the only issue with
two,
Benacer. But I'm basing it off if he
hold on,
comes back. Like,
hold on, two
yeah,
catastrophic injuries back-to-back seasons.
Yeah,
If you've been
yeah.
around athletes
yeah.
long enough, those type of lower extremity injuries that he keeps having, he's not going to be the same player. He's not going to have the conditioning. He's not going to have the same physicality on the pitch
Don't,
to play at
those
a high
kind of
level.
injury, those kind of injuries. I give you two examples that I can think of, like Chiesa and Zaniolo. 2 years later, they are
Yeah.
still struggling. So it's no. Don't you think that Benacer coming back in January is going to be the Benacer we know? Because it's not going to
Um,
be like that.
I mean, okay. In a hypothetical world, if he does come back at his best, then I think our midfield will improve. Why? Because you see, Ben Nasser. One thing about him is his IQ in that number 6 role is much higher than Fofana. If you watch Fofana on a game-to-game basis, he makes a lot of passing errors. Now, the pass he did to Rangers today was great. Some of the passes he's given to Liao, they're great. But he doesn't do it on a consistent level, and he doesn't build up from the back. He is just like one pass out of 20 will be good, and it will lead to a goal. But he doesn't dictate the play. He doesn't build up from the back. That's the main issue I think we have. Now, if
But it's
Ben
not.
Nasser
It's
can,
not. But it's not that kind of player, Abdi. It's not Fofana.
he isn't.
He's doing it now, but it's not that. That's not his role. Never played
He's a
that
box to
before.
box. For me, he's a box to box midfielder. He's good physically and running and doing all of this, giving 100%. But when the ball reaches his feet, he doesn't. He's not like a Rangers. You feel me? Who is all the time, carrying the ball, giving good passes. But he has his uses for fun. He has his uses. Now, if I'm talking about the game today as a whole, my lord, that game was it was hard to watch. Let's just put it out there. It was hard to watch.
Yeah,
I
one
don't
of many.
recognize this team. I don't recognize this team at all. But I mean, I can't blame Fonseca. I mean, what were you gonna say? The usual. Yeah, he's not good enough. He's not good enough. But we know. I wouldn't say he's not good enough, but he's trying his best. It's not his fault. I blame this all on the management. And today we have
Yeah,
even
it's
more
not his.
sad
It's not his
news.
fault. It's not his fault. It's limited. We know that.
Yeah, he's limited, and this management is staying until 2028. I mean, oh my God,
Is
this shit
that?
couldn't get any
Is that?
worse.
Isn't that what you wanted?
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Why would Elliot do that to himself? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
I
It's like
tell you what.
Jerry saw. It's
I
like he
tell you
saw those
what.
protests and said "F you" to the Kurdish, and he said, I'm here to stay, and I'm gonna screw you all over."
You know why Elliot do that? Because both Elliot and Redbird make a profit out of Milan in different ways, but they both of them make profit. That's why Elliot
Yeah,
agrees.
100%.
Hey,
I thought,
hold on,
yeah,
Abdi. It is partially his fault. This is a systematic issue. It's management, players, coaching, all of it. All right, it's just
mm,
from top to bottom on Fonseca. And I would think anybody who's tactically, knows their tactics, Carmelo, even Roy. The fact is, he doesn't change when we're playing or in the attack. Check it out again and again. He's playing a two-back system. He's playing that 2-3 rest defense. He's playing
mhm.
Chow and Gabi by themselves time and time again, and we're getting hit on the counters. Our transitioning when we lose the ball is horrible. We don't get
Yep,
we don't get players back in time because
yep,
Emerson is too fucking slow. Theo is out of position. Fofana's is out of position. Tajani's out of position. again and again. You change it up. You go to a more pragmatic three-back system. You
Mhm.
sit Emerson back there because he doesn't offer jack shit, nothing on the ball. You keep
Yep.
him in the back next to Gabia, and then you protect yourself. I know he wants to play this aggressive type of football and have more numbers up top to score goals. We're not even scoring
Yep.
that much goals with the numbers that we have. So stop the nonsense and go to a back three on the rest defense. That would solve not everything, but it would solve some of the problems. So this falls on
Yeah, but
100%.
it's the same thing, Nico. It's the same thing that Pioli tried to do last season: play aggressive, high football, high on the pitch football. You know, that's what he wanted to do, and that's why on the counter we conceded so many goals. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a shame sitting back. I'm not telling you have to play the whole season like that, but there's no shame in sitting back and wait and counter. You know?
Look at Juve does it. Juve plays three in the back. Watch when they're on the
And
ball.
besides, and besides, we have the players to counter. You know, so it would be like perfect.
100%, and we saw it against Real Madrid. But the thing is, against these smaller teams, when you're supposed to go and dominate them, our issue is the number 6 position. Fofana gives away too much possession in the game, and so do our midfielders. And every time that happens, we are liable for the counter attack because our wing backs are so high up. You feel me? So it's, some of it I would say is on Fonseca because he can see clearly that Fofana loses the ball and he can't do. If you want to play that type of football, you need the Rodri, you need the Cruz, who are not going to make a lot of mistakes in possession, who are going to find those neat passes. You feel me? So it's not going to work with Fofana. Okay, maybe it might work with Benasser, but you need to go out in the transfer window and get yourself a good number 6.
But
It's the only way.
Listen, Fofana per se is not the problem. The problem is when you play with this team that are sitting back and close all the gaps and all the spaces. You have to move the ball around very quick, very fast. They're not doing that. You have to open the opponent. You know, moving the ball around fast and quick. You know, players need to make runs without the ball to dictate the pass to whoever has the ball in their feet. And they're not doing any of that. They keep passing the ball backwards, horizontally, and all that. They're not creating anything. So the opponent just sit there and wait for you and then counter attack.
Yeah, and our right side of the pitch is completely dead in both offense and defense. Even when Pulisic was there, Emerson Royal is a very big liability, and I don't know why Fonseca keeps playing him. I don't understand. Does he have views of him or something?
Also, Chukwueze is just not rising up to the occasion. He never gets to rise up to the occasion.
Yeah, he's looking. I can't. Yeah, Chukwueze is just. Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
We're giving him lots of chances now. I mean, what is
it's the second season now. I mean, you know, how long do you have to wait for him?
Yeah, he's dead food at this point. We should just get rid of him.
Hey, by the way, fellas, what happened to Gabia? How bad is that injury? Do you guys think? Because he came off the pitch.
He's injured.
He came off.
He came off, right?
Oh, he did. He did. He didn't.
No,
he didn't.
No,
He didn't.
No, it didn't. Emerson came off. Emerson came off.
Emerson.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank the Lord.
I want to bring in Kim in. Hey, what's up, Kim? How you doing, bro?
Hey guys, how's it going? Man, I don't know idea where to start. What? Hello?
What's up, man? Go ahead.
Nah, look, I don't know where to start. Woke up at 4:30 this morning, local time here. When I saw the news, I was thinking to myself, "Holy fuck! Did I just have a dream, or was it actually true?" And turned out it was fucking true about Redbird Elliott. I was like, "Oh, here we fucking go." And always these things happen, especially on game day as well. And yeah, I didn't know what to expect today. And yeah, seeing Terracciano in the midfield was very odd. So, and that right-hand side, yeah, it's dead. Chukwueze and Emerson, I swear to God, they would probably have like 10 Ballon d'Ors between them for passing the ball back. That's all they can fucking do. They're useless. Dog shit. That's honestly, it's like they shit themselves when they have the ball. They have to pass it back. They can't do anything. Useless.
Yep.
So, yeah, nothing positive to say, honestly, today. It's just,
Clean sheet. How about that? What about the defense? Gabi and Tiao. Finally, the two
oh,
best
good.
centre back pairing we have.
Oh, but that was good.
No,
But come on, it's one nil. We should be slapping these teams. Look at Inter, 5-0. Fuck, look at us.
Empoli swept this team.
And Empoli as well. We're playing against relegation side. Fuck.
Yeah, but you have to understand, we're in a hard time right now. We're in a very turbulent time.
But
Yeah.
guys, what? So look, I'll be honest with you guys. You know, for the past a few months, I haven't been watching the games that much, and it's for multiple reasons. One, because it's hard to be excited right now, but also because of my schedule. So, what happened to Tomori? Is Tomori now out of the project?
Oh my God! I don't know, for whatever reason, Fonseca seems to just have an agenda against him. Tomori has done nothing wrong. Genuinely, he's barely played. The last game I remember him playing good in was the Inter Milan game, and ever since then, bench. Or even the Real Madrid game, he played well. Bench. I don't understand.
And he came on. He came on for 3 minutes, I think, today.
Yeah, and he played decent.
I was shocked to see him come on. I was like, "What?"
So
I forgot he existed.
He lost his spot, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah, but for what reason though?
Isn't it funny? This happened after the penalty episode when he grabbed the ball to give to Abraham. I think after that, I didn't find the spades anymore. You know, because Fonseca seems to me one of those people who, take things personally or something.
He holds grudges, Fonseca. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. I think so. I mean, after that episode, he didn't find much space anymore.
And
I could be wrong, but that's my impression.
Yeah. Apparently, the Court of Assault were still protesting, but they're literally copy and pasting what they said last week.
Yeah, but before or after the game?
Apparently, I think it was during or after the game today. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, after today, what did those protests do? I think they just enraged Jerry even more. And I was like, screw you. I'm going to make sure I keep this.
But listen, they protested last week, and then Jerry and Elliot finally do this fucking deal. So it didn't really do much. I think Jerry did this out of spite, to be honest.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, they do not care.
Exactly.
These people see us, the fans, as livestock, right? A farmer doesn't care if a cow goes moo, moo, moo. They don't care if a duck quacks or whatever. It's the same thing. They don't care. For them, we are just livestock to them. They don't care.
I know they don't care, Roy. But if contestant becomes persistent and louder each week, they can't ignore it.
No.
Well, as long as people are buying that $1,200 teddy bear online, they're happy. Whoever is buying their merchandise needs to stop.
It's the 50 million US fans, Roy. Plastic fans. That's who's buying all this shit.
It's not only that, Roy. Nowadays, many people that go San Siro nowadays, it's not like it used to be. They go there like they go to a Super Bowl game, or they go to the stadium to watch Milan game like they go to Disneyland. They don't care about the results.
They're like neutral fans, pretty much.
They go there to show the jersey, to take pictures, to have a fun, have a day out. That kind of way. They don't care if they lose or they win. Now, I'm not talking about Curva. Again, it's something else. I'm talking about the rest of the stadium. There's
the guys that go spend
so many casualties.
from the
Esatto, sono stranieri.
No, ma anche Italiani, some Italians as well. There are many people that just go there to enjoy a day out. They don't care
So,
about
Faladino says latest talks Tomori, Okafor, and Chukwueze will probably be sold. I did see that Tomori is being linked to Juventus. What do you guys think of Tomori going to
But
Juve?
why?
That
It
doesn't make any sense at all. Didn't we
it
learn
doesn't
a
make
lesson from
sense.
Kalulu? Didn't we learn a lesson from Kalulu? I guarantee if he goes to Juve, Motta is going to turn Tomori back into a beast with Kalulu. Guaranteed.
Then
Yeah,
give
he
us back
probably will.
Kalulu.
I'll be
It ain't
insane.
gonna happen. He's
Yeah.
staying there, and God bless him because he's being better coach there. Unfortunately,
Kalulu's
I-
happy. Kalulu's happy. He's like a hero there right now.
Kalulu better come back, man. If he doesn't come back, he can F off.
nah.
They
Hold
love-
on, fellas. Whoa. It's like the same shit with somebody about Pirlo calling Pirlo a traitor for leaving Milan because and that's a different case because Pirlo left because they didn't resign him. They didn't want him.
They pushed him out. They pushed him out.
him. And Kalulu was pushed out too. So you can't sit there and
Exactly.
judge. You can't if a player wants
No.
to go to Inter, Juve, and fucking succeed and put food on their table.
They
Right.
didn't want Kalulu
Okay,
there.
but wait,
They-
We have no business saying anything. He's not a
Okay,
traitor.
but remember, there's context to this. He was injury prone like crazy the season before. He came on against Napoli, was out basically the rest of the season. Then he comes out and he's out again. So
He
I
wasn't
don't
injury
really
prone. He
blame him.
wasn't. No, he wasn't
He
injury
was.
prone. He
And
had
And he won
had
us the
he
Scudetto
had
as
one
well.
major. Since he's
You
been
don't
at
remember
Milan,
this?
he has one major injury. That's
I think
all.
I'll be
He's
a
not prone injury.
Yeah, I'm saying last season. He was injury prone like crazy. So I understand why they might have gotten rid of him because maybe they thought he won't get back to the level that he was previously. You feel me? So I don't necessarily mind that they got rid of him, but bring him back.
No,
Bring him
Well,
they
back.
got rid of him to make space for Emerson. That's why, because they chased
No.
Emerson all summer.
Yeah, would you come back, guys? Hold on, Abdi. Would you come back if they treated you like that? I wouldn't come back.
Treated him like what? He wasn't treated in any way. The guy was
Real.
injury prone.
Ah,
They
come
they
on.
just loaned him out.
well,
Look,
I think he said that they told him that there wasn't going to be any space for him, and that's
His
why
brother said it in the interview, Roy.
his
Kalulu's brother said it. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
because he was injury prone the last season before. We have to be
hold on,
real.
Abdi, and would you come back to this project with this ownership? I wouldn't.
If it
Hell
was me,
no.
100%, I would.
Let's be real. Take your Milan glasses just for a second, Abdi, and look at the projects here. Look at what Juve's doing. They're struggling right now, but long term, they have a better project than we do. We don't.
That's
They
yet to
do.
be seen.
They do. It's a fact.
And they haven't lost the game either.
Forget about.
I can agree Inter do. I can agree Atalanta do. I can agree Napoli do, but not Juve. Not yet. Not yet. At least I don't see what really they're gonna do because they don't have the sort of money that we have. But
What do you mean?
I mean, they have a better coach.
You see, that's
I
what-
don't even think.
They have
just-
they spend more money than us,
Of
but
course.
they have better people working in the club. That's
Correct.
a
Yeah,
shame.
Yeah,
but
100%.
exactly that update. The fact is, the difference, as Nico was saying, the difference between Juventus and Milan project is the way Juventus as a club is structured and the management and all suggests that in long
Bad
term,
football-minded people.
long term,
We
they're gonna
got
do better
fucking
than
accountants.
they're gonna do better than Milan in the long term because
I
the way
would
the club
gladly
is structured.
swap Furlani Moncada for whoever they have. I mean, Giuntoli.
Was it Giuntoli?
Yeah, he can come. But I would
Um,
gladly swap Furlani Moncada for.
At this stage,
Good, man.
Roy, at this stage, I would take one DS that is free, like now. Tare from Lazio. It's not bad. He did a good job at Lazio. It's better than these people. It's better
But
than this.
Abdi is better than these people. Abdi,
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't
I'm not
Juve
dissing-
also have
I'm not
Chiellini
dissing
there
Abdi. I
too.
mean it.
No. Update. Wait a minute. I'll stop you there. If you put Update there, Update thinks that every player is a world class player, so we'll be fucked.
No. That's why I'm trolling. Yeah, but
Everyone
Yeah.
for you is a world class player. What are you on about?
who?
You say it, not me. You say it.
No, I just protect the players that need protecting. Like, I'm not going to
Protected
protect
from
Emerson.
what? From the Germans. What are you
Yeah,
protecting them from?
Look, like now, look, the other day, everyone was on Theo Hernandez's case. For what? I was backing Theo Hernandez because he didn't deserve all of the hate that he was getting. I defend Noah Okafor because he's just going through a rough patch now, but we saw what he did when he plays for us as a backup. He's good. So some of these players have potential. It's
That's the
just
thing, Abdi.
about
That's the
nurturing.
thing. They're good. They're good. Are they good for Milan? That's what you should ask yourself. That's a
I
different
think
question.
I think in the right environment, 100%, 100%. There's just missing
Yeah, we
pieces.
don't have the right environment. That's the problem.
It's just like Fonseca has to understand that Emerson isn't good enough. If he puts Theo and Jimenez or left back and right back, Benacer comes back. I genuinely think we're gonna turn the season around. Mark my words. If Benacer comes back at full health and is doing good, we will turn the season around and finish top 4, potentially maybe above that.
Another thing to consider about Benacer is that Benacer wanted to leave the club. Like, is his mind really in it? Is he really in it to win it? So
Possibly.
not only he's fighting against
They tried to sell him until the last day of the market last summer. Anyway.
Yeah, like he wants to go. Benacer is checked out. Theo looks like he's checked out. Leao, I can't tell if Leao is just the way he
You
is.
don't know what he's thinking. No one knows what that guy's thinking.
Yeah, the only guy
all crashing down.
is like a
I
professional.
think Roy Leao lost his train for a big transfer. I don't think he'll,
Yeah, maybe.
should
maybe,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, it should be sold maybe after the Scudetto year. Then Milan would get a lot of money out of him. But right now, I don't think so.
The only guy that is still in it because he's that guy. He's got that alpha mentality. Is Magnan. But I think all those other
Pulisic.
But Pulisic came with this project. He's part of the Furlani Munkala project.
I would say Gabbia too.
Gabbia, yeah,
Gabbia.
He's tied to the colors. He's tied to the colors. He's tied to the club. But even Magnan,
Gabbia is so good.
I don't know where Magnan is, but Magnan is behaving like a professional. Theo is checked out. Theo is completely checked out.
Theo is just unjustified.
Magnan gives the impression, Roy, that he's happy at Milan. He's happy to stay. Like, I think to me, it looks like that way.
Yeah, for me, the way I read it, Magnan is that he's got that soldier mentality. Even if shit is bad, he's still gonna fight. But I don't know how honestly, I don't know how much he likes this project. I don't know. Do you think he likes it?
I think
who knows?
He's quite happy to stay at Milan. And again, Magnan is one of the very, very few that you can always rely on. He always shows up.
Yeah, but it's genuinely like, look, Jerry, the thing about him I will say is he puts the money down on the table, but it's just those 3 are just not good enough. Like, there's not a lot wrong with this squad. Like, this squad, it has potential. And if Maldini had this, we would be winning Scudettos, man. Genuinely. It doesn't take much to sort out this team.
You're probably right. But the thing is that you do need also an owner that gives these guys a sense of leadership, right? I mean, I don't. We were watching I think someone posted it on the WhatsApp chat. What's his name? Jerry saying he doesn't even want to go to the locker room because he doesn't think he needs to have a relationship with the players. Everybody's just there doing their job.
No,
it's not like that. It's not like that. You need to have a relationship with players. The human aspect in a football club is super important. But they're
not going to respect him, Roy. They don't respect him. Who the hell is Jerry Cardinale? They don't know him. So I actually agree with him not going there because no one's going to take him seriously. What he's going to go in there and say, yeah, guys, let's win this game. No one cares about him. They will care about Zlatan 100%.
I don't think we're saying that. I think just to show up and just not to dictate, not to root, not to get the players all fired up, but to show a little bit of emotion, show that you care about the team. And
Yeah,
from
but
day
that's
one,
why.
from day one, he didn't do that, and it's too late now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Um,
saying, Nico. I was saying this earlier on as well. That's why. That's what Jerry don't get about a European football in a club like Milan, in a country like Italy. That's why he doesn't get it. No showing up for the anniversary as well. That's another thing.
Because to him, it's an asset. That's all it is.
Yeah.
This is all the
Yeah.
club is. to him.
It's a crypto. It's like a
Yeah, he
crypto.
can care less.
I
No,
mean,
but
even
guys,
the guy that the guys that owned Inter, what's his name? The Chinese guy, the young guy.
Zhang.
oh,
Zhang.
Zhang.
He developed a strong relationship with all the players. Like
Oh, yeah, he
they
did.
go to dinner together, and he was
Oh yeah,
there.
he was one of them. Yeah, he was one of them. Yeah.
Did you
Ah,
see when after
now,
the Scudetto he joined a live stream on
Look,
Instagram with the players?
I'm not saying that
oh, yeah, he
Jerry
did.
has to be there all the time or take windy walks with the players. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
be more
Okay.
present, like be more
I remember the players respected him. I remember when he joined the Instagram live where all the other players were talking and they called him, oh, Mr. President. They respected him. It goes to
Okay.
show you need to
Okay.
form a relationship with
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah,
Super
but
important.
look. To play
Super
devil's advocate, yeah. What is Jerry Cardinale's role? It's to pay the money. Now, if we go by his track record, he's putting the money down, but it's those three that are misusing it. So I don't really, but then you can say that Jerry is the owner and he has to burden that responsibility. But those three aren't helping him either. So we can't point, the finger all at Jerry. Most of the blame has to go to Zlatan, Moncada, and Forlani. It's not fair. He's paying the money.
But
he
yeah,
hired
who
them.
put them there? Who put them there?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's where I can't. That's where I get stuck. I can't say much, can I? But everyone makes mistakes. You feel me? So if I'm being real, it's like the most of the blame for me goes to those three
Yeah,
because
but
they're misusing his money.
the thing is, mistakes are becoming a norm in this club. That's the trouble.
Yeah,
Hmm.
going back to that whole thing about the relationships with the players. So Fadinho says, Roy, that's because someone advised Jerry not to go to the locker room. He mentioned that in an interview. Nico says that was the owner of the Yankees. And that's the thing. Maybe in the U.S., culturally, traditionally, that's what works in the U.S., but not in Italy.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Not-
saying.
Well, yes and no. Yeah, listen, Roy, you know American sports as well. There's some owners in American sports that do go into the locker rooms and actually do care. The guy from the Dallas Mavericks, Cuban,
Oh, yeah.
cared about his club.
Right.
Even George Steinbrenner would go into the locker room, but he told Jerry at some point when Jerry came on board the Yankees, like, yeah, listen, this is what I do, but I don't advise it. So
Yeah, but
you
Nico,
know,
I wouldn't know American sport and situation over there, and I take your word for it. I believe you. But overall, it's two different worlds. It's two
100%,
different worlds.
100%. And the other thing is, in the U.S., if you finish top 8, you're going into the playoffs, right? There's no relegation.
Maybe Jerry thinks we're going to go in the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess fucking conference league.
No, I
Oh
mean
my
it's two
God.
different. It's two different worlds, not all in that sense, Nico, but as well that in Europe, football is a way of life for people. In many
1,000%.
cases.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
take it way more serious
So
in
you
Europe.
have to get that. You have to understand that before anything else.
Oh my God. I think this is the comment of the day. I would swap Moncada for Guido. At least he would use his Italian shouts. That's a good one. Gorilla Storm. Shout out to you as well. Milanistas 360.
Guido
Guido's
said
got-
Verona was going to destroy Inter. Where's Guido?
Guido has my vote.
That's a good one.
Right, guys. I have to go. Talk to you next time. All
Later,
right.
Carmelo.
Buona continuazione.
Yeah.
Alla prossima.
Listen,
Ciao.
hey fellas, I gotta
Ciao.
go as well. Just Roy, do you mind if I just plug in something?
Yeah,
real quick?
go. For
Yeah,
sure.
listen. Tomorrow, guys, we're going on Milanese 360 at 2 p.m. UK time. That's 9 a.m. EST. Myself,
Okay.
Lab, I think Husney might jump on as well. We're going to have some panel discussion with, I think, Fadinho might join, Kim. It's an open discussion about just letting the
I'll be asleep.
It's going to be similar to this, lineup right here, pretty much. People just ranting about the club. So
Put the
tune
link in the private chat.
we'll do. And by the way, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for having me on again, Roy.
Me too.
All right.
Before you leave, put the link in the private chat, so I'll put it in the,
Cool.
in the chat.
All right. Definitely. Thanks again. Take care.
Peace, man. Go. Peace, man.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna duck out too.
All right.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later, innit? Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah. See you. Bye.
LR, what's up, my man?
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm good.
How you doing, man?
What was the question you were talking about before I came?
What were we? We're talking about, I guess, the difference between running a club in the US and Europe.
Yeah, I think I think for a culture it's huge different. Football is more, is people love it. Like one thing you want to think about when it comes to activities, or you want to do something, or you want to watch something. It's like European football in Europe, right? And I think it's very important for when it comes to the owner, to the manager, to the sporting director, for everybody in the club. It's very important that everybody are connected to the players because they will feel important. They
Yeah.
will feel they are there for them, and for that, like we could see how much effect Maldini had on the players.
Right.
Maldini basically was there every training, every day was there for the players, and they could see him. And if I let me just see me, you or us, right now. If you are a player and you see a player like Maldini standing there and or sitting or watching you, you basically you want to die. You want to do
Right.
everything. You want to work extra hard every day. You know.
Of
So
course.
it makes a lot of sense, and it's different. And for us,
Yeah, Maldini was like, like when it's almost like you need the alpha of the pack, right?
yeah,
To lead the pack.
Mm.
Maldini was the alpha. Before Maldini, when Berlusconi was the alpha. Now there is no alpha. There is no
exactly.
alpha. Now it's just nothingness. There's nobody. There's it's all betas essentially. And Ibra is not an alpha. Ibra is not an alpha. Ibra does not inspire seriousness. They see Ibra as a guy that jokes around too much. He calls himself a god, but they don't take him serious. They know that Ibra's interest is elsewhere.
Everybody knows Zlatan is the Joker. Everybody knows. You can ask the children at school. They would say, "Oh, Ibra is doing this. He's like this. He's like this." Nobody will think, "Oh, he's next to Maldini." Nobody will compare him to someone like a player you respect. You respect Zlatan in that case that he was a good player, but he was not a leader. There is huge difference, huge gap between a leader like Maldini and a good player like Zlatan.
Of course.
Yeah,
Listen,
and right
Maldini.
now,
Even Maldini. If we even go to the football careers,
Mm.
Maldini was a captain of captains.
True.
Like he was the captain of the captains. So it just the human being he is just completely different. Ibra in the locker room, on the field, if he's a football player, he obviously can carry a team. He obviously has that ability because he can talk with his feet. But when it comes to the managerial aspect and building those relationships, he's awful. He's terrible. He's absolutely awful.
That's true.
Hey guys, sorry guys, I gotta head off as well.
All right, my man.
All right, I'll listen in. See you guys.
Take care.
And if I
Take care.
don't speak, have a good Christmas. New
You
Year.
too. You too.
Same
Take
to you,
care.
bro.
Have a good Christmas.
All right. Ciao. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right. Jerry doesn't want to get anything. He just wants to be left alone to build the stadium and flip us. Yeah, probably. Yeah. He
Yeah,
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to get involved in all this drama.
exactly. We all know that. If listen, if you are a Milan fan, and when you are watching all this, and if you think Gary Cardinal, if he's not a businessman, he's nothing else. And if you see a different man, you are not a fan because you can very clearly see how he managed, the way he managed, and the way he talked. Like this is just a business for him.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's all it is.
he just wanna flip. He just wanna make money, and I think maybe he thought it will be easy when he bought the club, but he didn't know how hard it is because when you buy a big club, you have to there is expectation to have they will have to you like you have to put money on the club, you have to buy players, everybody is expecting to win the league and
Yeah.
go very, very far in the Champions League,
He
hire a
doesn't look at it
good
like that.
manager, not hire anybody.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't look at it like that. For him,
no,
it's more about profit margins
mm,
and running it as a business and
mm,
saving money here,
yeah,
cutting corners there. The sporting aspect is not important. It's not
that's
important.
true. That's
So
true.
that's what
So
you get.
yeah, he only see club or the when he bought the club, he just see it as a statistic. Like he
Right.
want to see, he see if he is he getting the money, or is going high. The club is getting bigger, like money wise. Will
Yeah.
someone pay more for a club now than 1 year ago? So he think he have made a difference. But I think he have hit the wall. He doesn't know anymore what he's gonna do, and
Right.
it's not look. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good about the stadium too. So it's really bad
Yeah.
for him.
This is basic. It's asset management.
Mm,
He owns different assets.
mm,
This is not even his. I think now he owns assets that are more valuable than Milan. So his you would think that the way human beings are, he probably prioritizes those assets now. Um, and it's really that. It's just asset management. You get an asset, you invest in an asset, and you manage it so that asset increases in value. It's called return of investment
mm.
(ROI), and you work on the ROI, and that's all it is. And but the thing is this, Kawar, that he is right now he is winning
Is he
because
winning? Is Red Cardinal winning? How?
because the club is making money for him.
Do you
Uh,
know like how much money the club made this year, like
yeah, right
2024?
now the club is making around 450 million in revenues, um,
But
and
like,
it's
how
going
much will
up
he get?
up.
How much will he get? Like,
Well, I mean they use obviously a portion of that to run the club. A portion of
yeah,
that goes to pay debts,
yeah.
and
Like in the end, I want to
but
know how much he's
all
making.
of that what it does,
Mm,
it increases the value of the club. So in the let's say if it's an asset in the stock market,
mm,
the stock becomes bigger, so it becomes more valuable.
mm,
Therefore, the more money the club makes in revenue, the if and plus clean balance sheets, the
mm,
more he can sell the club for. Right? It's usually if usually the canon is you sell the club the revenue times 3 or times 4.
mm.
So if the revenue is 250, you sell it times 4. So
Okay.
250 times 4. If the
Mm.
revenue is 450, you sell it
Mm.
times 4, so you make more money. So at the end of the day, his investment, his stock is getting bigger. The
So,
problem is that we are losing. He's winning, we are losing.
so, so in that sense, I'm thinking. So the fan, yeah, true. The fan is losing. He is winning. But in that sense, do you think he is staying here for next year and the year after that? Do you think he is there? There's like a question for him. He should sell a club or not, or wait one
Wait,
more year.
say again. Say again.
Do you think he's thinking because you said the club is doing good, and when the club is doing it, make with that I mean
Money wise, yeah.
take money wise. So do you think he's think like this? I am winning, so I will
If
keep the
someone
club for
comes with
one
a
more
good
year or
offer,
2
yeah,
years.
yeah. If someone comes with the right offer, he will sell it, no doubt. Now the
And
thing is
right now,
this. The
yeah.
thing is this. Remember what I
Mm,
just said.
mm,
Revenue times 4.
yeah,
If he brings in a stadium, the revenue becomes even bigger,
true,
right? So
true,
the
true.
revenue becomes, let's say, 600 million, 700 million. So then the club, he can sell the club 700 million times 4.
Mm,
And that's basically, that's how you work your stocks. That's how you work your investments. That's how you make money off your investments. It's asset management. You want to increase the value of your asset, and then when the time is right, you sell it and you make a large profit, and then you use that profit to repeat the process and continue making more money.
mm.
So if an offer comes along down the road,
It's very
that
hard. An offer will come.
it's hard, yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard that an offer will come. But if an offer does come,
Mm.
and if the offer is revenue times 4, he's going to say yes. He's going to say yes, I think.
How much is the club worth right now? Like if you want to buy it 100%.
Well, so it's close to right now, because of the revenue right now. It's close to 2 billion.
And how much did Berlusconi sold the club for? 800?
I think it was something like
Because
that.
it the
I
club
don't
was
remember.
really
I don't remember.
big.
I don't remember. There
I
was
think
debt though. There was
yeah,
debt.
because it was like 500-600 millions with debt, and I think they sold it for like 800 to this Chinese. It was from China. I don't know his name, and
Yeah.
again he lost it, and someone else took over, or that one they are Elliot took over again, or Elliot bought from Berlusconi, I think.
Elliot. No, no, no. So the what was his name? Young Gong Lee, I think was
Yeah,
his name.
yeah,
He got
something.
a loan from Elliot and used the club as
Ah,
collateral.
right, right, right.
So once he folded on the loan, the
Mm-hmm.
collateral went to Elliot. Therefore, the club went to Elliot.
True,
That's how
true,
it
true.
worked. I don't
Okay.
remember how much it was, though. I don't
Yeah,
remember how much it was.
I think I like a little bit. I think I remember it was like 800 because the club would be worth more, but because of that debt they
Yeah, there
had,
was there was a
it
lot of
was
debt to be
huge debt.
brought. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I remember. So something else. Let's leave that to. It's like everyday discussion about the owner, but what's going on with the players?
I don't know. But
Did you see the
let
games?
me tell you this, though. The revenue right now is also high because of Champions League. If you don't make the Champions League, the
Oh yeah.
revenue does go down.
The,
So there is that aspect.
how much percentage is Champions League
Oh,
in
it's a
is the
big chunk.
revenue? It's like it's got
It's
fifty
big.
percent or more.
No, it's not 50%. It's probably, I mean, if the revenue was 450 million, somewhere
Mm,
around there,
mm.
Champions League is 50 million.
Okay, okay. So we say it's like
So
25,
yeah,
50%. Yeah, but that's
so
a lot for a club.
it's a big chunk.
It,
It's a
it,
big chunk of it.
it is for a club that's it's not doing so good. It's a big money. It's
Right.
very good money for the club.
Yeah. So now
For the next
usually
year, what's gonna happen?
So if they don't make the Champions League, then he needs to reassess his strategies.
Hmm.
That's why I hope they don't make the Champions League.
That's true. It will be a win for the fans, actually. Even for, but we could lose a lot of players, if we are not in the
Yeah,
Champions League next
yeah,
year,
yeah.
which is bad, like either ways.
I mean, he could make that money back by selling those players.
So if let's just say if he sell Leo for like 100 millions, well, what's gonna happen to that money?
Well, part of it is going to be used for the transfer market, and part of it is going to be part of the expenses of the club, right?
Yeah.
And and uh, and then cover if there is any debt that needs to be covered.
Mm.
So yeah, that money all gets used one way or
Yeah.
the other.
Okay. Okay. So if Theo doesn't want to stay here, let's say he doesn't love, and I'm honest with you, I want Theo to go because he is a great player, but I don't want him to play for a coach like Fonseca. It will just ruin his life. To be honest, I think Leo should leave because basically I don't like Leo. Like every player from Portugal. Bro, there are just so much drama all the fucking time, every time. You can see like Pulisic have had so much damages, so much injuries, but when he come to the club, he just want to do it better. He want to make everything better. He doesn't like all this drama. He just want to have a nice life, no injuries, stay healthy and play. I don't understand why Leo doesn't think like that. Just fucking play, enjoy it.
Oh,
If your coach doesn't like you, just say okay.
you think Lao should go? You think Lao
I
should be
think
sold?
absolutely he doesn't. He doesn't. I think the best for a club is to sell him, make some money before the price it decrease. I think that's the best thing, best for a club.
Yeah.
If
Right
you
now,
if Yeah.
right now, Teo Hernandez price went down.
Yeah, I think it was even fifty
So did
million,
Lao.
but bro,
Yeah.
he's not a fucking 50 millions player. Absolutely not, bro. There is player that goes for like 50 minutes, like when you think like Hoyland. Do you remember how much he was sold for? 60 million. Bro, Hoyland is nothing from
All
Atlanta
right.
United.
Hoyland. 70 million. 70 million.
70. Yeah, with the bonus is 70 million. But like if he's for 70 million, bro, tell you what, one thing that is really bad about Milan and the one who are in the chart, they don't fucking know how to sell a fucking player. You give them a Ferrari, they will sell it like a Fiat. I don't understand. Like, I don't know how they sold Tonali for like 80 million, and even 80 millions was less. He should have been sold for like 100 million. He is young. He's really good. He's healthy. We just see it, accept what happened to him because of the betting and all that.
Mm,
PC
yeah.
he was a good player.
That's the
It's
only
not
player
for
they
80 million.
sold with a high price. Yeah, it's true.
And I think it because Newcastle just needed a good player, and but before that, Newcastle went for Barella. But Inter Milan didn't want to sell Barella for 60 million.
Right. Right.
So Tonali was the second choice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it was just lucky for Milan.
Yeah. We got Z in the house. What's up, man? It's been a while.
Yo, yeah, it has been. Sorry, man. I've been
How you
working a
doing, bro?
lot and things like that. I'm good, man. How are you? I mean, I
I'm
just
good.
been working, suffering, watching this Milan team play like shit. Watching Chukwueze be the worst player I've ever seen on our right wing in God knows how long. I'm amazed at how bad he is. I mean, I love how I don't know. I was listening and I was like, Z, just shut up, man. You don't have to say anything. But hey, Leao is not a problem. Leao is not the problem. None of our players. I don't think our players are the problem. I don't think like the players that we can rely upon I think Fonseca he throws players under the bus. Nothing is ever his fault. He just yells at the players like, "Oh, it's Teo Hernandez's fault," and then it's not. Our team still looks like shit when Teo's not playing. Oh, it's Leao's fault. Okafor plays. We still look like shit. I mean, at some point, Fonseca has to take responsibility, and he doesn't. So, and I'm sorry, I don't know who this other gentleman is. I'm sure you're very nice, but I just had to disagree with you on Leao. Leao doesn't create drama by himself. He creates drama because our coach A doesn't protect him, and I think the media loves going after Leao no matter what he does. So, and that's because he's such a good player. Pulisic, he does well because he has all this space. And if you look, Chukwueze and Emerson get so much time and have so much of the ball because every team just wants to block off the left side. And Fonseca doesn't know how to use a player in the midfield to be able to create some sort of passing structure to pass through teams. He is literally one of the most confident men I've ever seen in football who's been so stupid. It's incredible. Anyway, that's just my opening salvo. How are you guys doing? Are you happy with this? I mean, I'm just happy we won. I mean, I never want Milan to lose. Like that's never something I can do. But it's terrible. Today was terrible. Like it's a relegation team. We can't
Yeah.
we can't even do anything. It's a relegation team. Like where's
Yeah, no, I
what is
agree.
Fonseca says every other player is at fault, and he's the one who's saying, "Oh, at what point does he take responsibility?" And it says, like other coaches would say, "It's my fault. Like I'm the one who has to change. Like protect your players, and then your players will fight for you."
Yeah,
But the players don't want to fight for him. Why? Because the players he threw the players under the bus from the beginning because he can't beat Parma, he can't beat Torino, he can't beat teams, and
yeah.
we were 8 points behind Fiorentina.
When he goes in the media and says things like, "I work very hard every day, but there's some players that don't, and they know who they
I
are."
mean,
Like, you're not supposed to say these things,
You
even
see,
if
but
it's
you see
also
a
true.
princess
You're
or
not supposed
something.
to say this. This is basic coaching 101.
it is.
Like,
But also, it's like you
when
don't
did this
have the
guy
authority.
learn?
If you're Conte, I don't like Conte. I'll be honest. I don't like Conte. But Conte has one thing. He has authority. So if Conte yells at you, you'll listen. If Carlo Ancelotti, I prefer Carlo Ancelotti's approach. This is my favorite approach. I think you should be. I think you should support the players publicly, and you privately you go after them. You create an environment.
Exactly. Hello?
Because they are not fighting for Milan anymore. If you remember, like before, players would come to fight for Milan, but we don't have that anymore. But what I would like to see is some sort of professional tactics, some passing patterns, some tactical idea as to what should happen. And for all the people who were anti-Maldini, I mean, all they do is talk about Origi. Okay, Origi was a bad transfer. Okay, look at Chukwueze, man. Chukwueze was the funny thing is Chukwueze was supposed to be the starter in front of Pulisic. They're lucky that Pulisic did such a good job. Otherwise, Chukwueze would have been their first choice. I mean, he is so bad. He is like Messias. It was better than him.
Brazil was good.
Salamakers better
Was
than
good.
him, no doubt. And by the way, a couple of months ago, I was talking about Yassine Adli, and people were laughing at me. Look at Adli now. He's literally the centerpiece of this Fiorentina team that kicked our ass. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when I'm right, I'm right. So I really wanted that one because I have gotten a lot of shit for that, but whatever, man. I'm sorry. I knew I came in guns blazing, man. I just had
No,
to.
yeah,
I've
it's
been
good, man.
No,
working.
it's
I've been
okay. It's
working.
okay.
Yeah, man, it's good.
But
It's good.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep going. Tell me to shut up if you need me to.
No,
But
no,
I
no,
just
no. Come on, come on.
there's so much wrong with everything. I mean, we are so lucky that Fofana and Reinders, like, thank God, don't
And
get
Pulisic,
injured.
yeah.
Yeah, without them, we're done. I mean, like it's incredible. And I'm thinking, Terracciano, not so bad today. Okay, not so bad. But if you're gonna put in somebody who's not really there, put Chow as a defensive mid. The guy can pass. Put him there, and then put Tomori, because Tomori's upset too. And I saw a rumor that they're going to sell Tomori to Juventus after
Right.
Kalulu. I mean, if I'm sorry, people can say, okay, Leao, Teo, they can say that they have bad attitudes. If people want to, I don't agree, but if you say that, I can understand why. But Tomori, when has Tomori ever shown a bad attitude? Like Fonseca is
I think it
clearly the
was.
problem.
I think it was when a few games back when it was a penalty thing, and he took the ball and told Pulisic Ibrahim should take it. I think he
No,
just
man, I
talked
saw
about
that. He just
that.
jumped up. He
That's the
just
only
jumped up.
thing.
He
That's it.
grabbed the ball. Okay, one thing. You make one mistake and now you have a bad attitude. Let's say he did it. Okay, I don't think so. But let's say he did it. You make one mistake and now you're on the bench all the time. Now you have a bad attitude. We sold Tomori and or excuse me, Kalulu, and he's keeping Juventus's defenses together. And instead, we bought Pavlovic, who plays like shit all the time. Okay, and we have Emerson, who is terrible, like terrible. And what do
Yeah,
we
the
do with
signings.
Fonseca? Fonseca needs to put Musa, who's not a bad kid, but he's a kid. What did we do? Think about it. Musa is there to babysit Emerson. That's what we did against
That's
Atalanta.
right.
Musa is there to babysit Emerson. Dude, that's, I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. Fonseca has no idea what to do. And also, not to excuse Fonseca, but this management has built one of the worst squads. Our first 11 is very strong, except we don't have a 10. Because Pulisic as the 10 doesn't work. Because what does he do? He puts Pulisic as a 10, and then he puts Chukwueze on the right. Okay, then or he'll put Musa on the right. Put Musa as a midfielder instead, and stop making Pulisic. He makes Pulisic run, and now Pulisic's hurt. Leao's hurt. Great. He says Leao's okay. Okay, I hope so. But I'm telling you, man, this management, Moncada, was supposed to be so much better than Maldini. That's what I heard
Yes.
for the whole time. Oh, Maldini got Charles de Ketelaere. Look at Charles, man. Look at Charles now. I hate him. I've never liked Charles. But why didn't we try him as a right winger or as a striker, like Gasparini knew to do it, but Pioli didn't know how to do it. Nobody could have told him. I'm telling you, man, it shows you the difference. I think, and Adley is literally showing to be one of the best midfielders in Serie A. You look at the stats, you look at what he's doing with Fiorentina, because Palladino was like, oh, he's not a DM. I'm gonna make him. He puts Cataldi. Cataldi does all the defensive work, and Adley orchestrates that team. I mean, look at him. If you ask Fiorentina fans, they love him, and he fights and he does all the passes that you'd want that we're missing. We could have had Adley with Fofana and Reinders. Our team would have been a million times better right now. Just one player. Sorry, I'm done.
Mess. No, it's a mess, bro. It's a mess. Like there's
It's a
no
mess.
there's no way
And I
around
and
it.
I and I will say I don't think I'm an like I am a like I some of you might know I do law stuff, whatever. I'm stupid, but like I know some things. And I think he's going to stick around. He wants to build that stadium, and I don't know, sometimes I think he's going to sell it and just leave, and other times I think that Milan is going to be something that he wants longer term. It depends on what kind of stadium he builds. If he
Can
builds
can I ask
like in a
something?
really, yeah, sure, sorry.
When if the fans stand up like in Milan, like just what they did last time, not this game, the other game, do you think he will leave the club? Like if the fans just come with banners and tell everybody, like tell in the matches and tell them just fucking leave. We don't want you. We don't want you. We just leave. You
I
think he
I
will
think
leave?
I
No.
think it has to things that no, because there's too much money to be made, number one, and number two, I think if we start winning, right? Like let's say we start winning, then I think people won't be upset. I think like I don't like Man United fans, you can make fun of them, but they protested the Glazers even when things
Yeah,
were going well. To be fair to them, they did,
sure.
right? Like people act like they were protesting now. No, they were protesting when they were winning Champions Leagues under the Glazers. Like they didn't like them, right? So I think for us, as Milan fans, um, I think that we have to be protesting them, even if we win something. Like, let's say, I know this is crazy, but let's say we won the Champions League. We should be happy, but we should also tell Jerry to leave. But I think that's the thing. Like, in his mindset, I mean, right now we're only 6 points back of fourth place. That's how he looks at it. He thinks, okay, I can squeak out fourth place. Maybe if Italy does very well, we hit fifth place, gets you in the Champions League. That's all he cares about right now. I think he wants to win. He does. He has an ego. You don't pay $1.6 billion for a club and you don't want to win and you don't have an ego. He wants to win. He fired Maldini because Maldini took away the attention away from him, and he's a weak man. That's what it is. So I think that he wants to win. I don't. When people say he doesn't care about winning, I disagree. I think he wants to win. I just think that he's incompetent and he doesn't know how to do it. Because if you look at our squad now, Moncada, who was supposed to be the hero, right, the greatest guy ever. Let's see, he wasted the Tonali Manyan, Okafor, Chukwueze, Musa, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and now Emerson. Emerson was his right back was our big problem. And who did he get for 15 million? He got Emerson, not Dodo, who's doing really well at Fiorentina, not some random kid. Okay, get somebody like Reinders. Everyone could have told you that Emerson was bad. And what do we see? Emerson is, of course, bad. So, and Emerson's not like on a loan deal like Tammy Abraham. So, anyway, the point is the way he thinks, Jerry Cardinale thinks that he actually figured out how to win without spending a lot of money. He thinks that. And to be honest, you don't have to spend crazy money. Again, Serie A, where there's no Manchester City, there's no PSG, there's no Bayern Munich, there's no team in Italy that has $1 billion that they can spend. You don't have to spend that much to do that well. So the thing is that when you look at what Redbird are doing, they put $1 billion in an F1 team. They just put several $1 billion to create the CBS, the Paramount Skydance merger, right? So I think if Italian journalists, I'm very disappointed. They should be asking the question, why do you have billions of dollars for other things, but not for Milan? Because if you look at it, our revenue is about 450, 460. That's only a little bit less than Arsenal makes now, and they have a stadium. So if you think about it, we have a lot of money, and since Maldini took over in 2019, we have doubled our revenue, and we have slashed the amount of our payroll. So it used to be about 150 million, and now it's a little bit under 100. So the question is, we have more money, less expenses. Why aren't you spending money? That's the question that I wish Italian journalists would ask them, but they don't. But they don't want to. I don't know why. It's really crazy. There is money to spend, and we'll see in January who they buy because the team needs people. Even if Benacer comes back. Let's say Benacer comes back and he's old Benacer, which I don't think is going to happen. But let's say it does. You still have a problem in midfield. You still have problems with Chukwueze, who can't be good. You still don't have a real 10. If we continue to play this 4-2-3-1, who's playing at the 10? If everyone's healthy, who plays? I don't know. Like, who should be? I'm asking this. Like, who would you guys play? Like, if everybody's healthy, if everybody's on form, who would we play there? There's no one I trust. If you really think about it,
on the like if everybody's on form,
everybody's on form. I guess Benacer.
Yeah, Benacer. That's who I'd put.
Yeah, but okay. So then let's say Benacer's injured right now. So let's say at the start of the season, everybody's on form. I don't know who else you would put at the 10. It's not Ruben. I don't trust Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I'd sell him.
It should be Reinders.
Yeah, but Reinders, I mean, we saw. Can I tell you?
Listen.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
But my problem is sorry, last thing. I think Reinders does better when he's a little further back, when he has more space and time to pass. He's a deeper midfielder. He's not a real 10. Can he do it? Sure. But if you think, I feel like he does so much better when he's a little bit further back. But I'm sorry, I interrupted you, man. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I was just thinking we should start and play with 3 midfielders like
Totally, I agree
Fofana,
1,000,000%.
Fofana,
Yeah.
like a CDM, and Benacer,
Yeah.
and Reinders. There should be like What's box to box?
And they can all
Or
remember when we
Reggie should
played
be the box to
Napoli?
box like more and more. Yeah.
I think remember when we played Napoli and we had we had Krunic and we had I don't like Krunic, but we had Krunic, Benacer, and Tonali, and they just kept on rotating. It was like a triangle, and they kept on like wherever somebody was needed to go, they could switch, you know. And
Yeah,
before
it
that,
should be
when we
like that.
sometimes we would play Kessie, Tonali, Benacer, play those three, and let that like that's the way I think we should be playing, you know, like because
I
Fofana can pass. Fofana does what Kessie did, but he can pass better than him. You know, I think Kessie has a better shot, but fine. But that's the thing. I think Fonseca he sees this and he refuses to do the thing because I agree with you 1,000%, man. We need three midfielders because Tijani and Fofana are left by themselves constantly, constantly, and it's not working, man. Anyways, I'm
I mean,
sorry I talked so much, gentlemen.
we need a different coach. You know,
Oh
let's
no, I don't
yeah.
know. I
If
the thing is,
it
if you
was
look at De Zerbi, what he's doing at Marseille, dude,
yeah,
and the fact
I
that he
wish
was
Reggie had
begging to
gone.
come here, and he's from Milan, he's from our academy. He's been talking about Milan. If you look at it, he's been talking about Milan for the last 2 years. Sarri is there. Sarri is there. Okay, you have like the thing is when people say, "Oh, we don't have enough money." No, there's plenty of money. A and B, you didn't have to get Fonseca. When people say, "Oh, Sarri was
Listen,
free,"
listen. If we have this money, where the fuck is the money?
no, but
Why
okay.
aren't
I
we
wanted
spending
to
like
comment on
listen?
that.
Like let
yeah.
me say this: if we have money, why are we spending like 10 minutes, 50 minutes on these shitty players?
But that's how he makes money by not spending money.
Yeah, but
That's how they keep the
that's not
balance
how it
sheets.
works to run a club. That's
He's
not how it
avoiding
works.
risk.
You
That's what
are
it is. He's
saying
avoiding
he,
risk.
if you're saying he is a winner, he want to win, right?
He's
Don't go
winning
and buy
financially. He
Emerson,
is.
buy a Frimpong.
By the way, I don't think he understands what it takes to win. When I say he wants to win, I'm not
He's
complimenting
stupid
him.
as
I think
fuck, bro. Never
he's
seen things
stupid.
like him.
Again, again, if you when the Glazers took over Manchester United, did they change anything? No, they kept Sir Alex Ferguson. They kept the executives that were there. I
You
mean,
sit
dude,
there.
if you look at what he did, if you look at what Jerry Cardinale did, he got rid of even the marketing executives. When Ibrahimovic, look at what he did with the Futuro. We had
Yeah,
Ignacio Abate, who was amazing. Look at he's got his team now in first place. Okay, that was our
Fucking
coach.
unbelievable.
He's not. And by the way, he coached Camarda, he coached Zeroli, Bartesaghi, all the young kids, and Jimenez. But like those are the kids, like the kids. Not like Jimenez came in from Real, but the other kids that he bought, like the other kids that he brought up, they're his kids. That's why he took over the Primavera job. He's like, no,
you
I
know,
want to stay with them. And then what do we do? So you messed up Futuro, you messed up Primavera. Even the women's team, which I mean, the women's team isn't. It used to get second place. Now it's a terrible team. So on every single level,
Yeah, fuck.
there is worse. It has gotten worse every
By the
single
way,
level.
that story with Abate and Ibra for me pretty much seals the deal on why there's no future for this club with
I
these
mean,
people.
it's
it's a
horrible.
crazy
It truly
decision.
is
You
horrible.
the man got to did he get to the semifinal 2 years ago, and he was in the final of the Youth Champions League last year, or was it two? The point being is
Yeah,
this guy has
semifinal and
gotten
final.
better. Yeah, semifinal and final, and you fire him. What kind? And because he wants his son to play, listen, his son seems to be a good youth player. Is he an amazing player? Is he Lamine
No,
Yamal? Is he Camarda? No. So you're gonna like here we are. People talk so much trash about Maldini, and now Maldini's gone. Why aren't we better? We're worse. We're worse than ever.
Yeah.
At
I
least
mean,
when Maldini got a bad coach in Giampaolo, he got rid of him quick. We're sticking with Fonseca for what? Sorry, man.
look, those are two assets right there. Maldini was a super asset that
Yeah,
we lost. We lost. Abate was another great asset we had, and we lost
amazing.
that one too. Like
He looks like one of Italy's top young coaches right now.
who
incredible.
is you know? Listen, Milan should have uh, sacking Pioli was a right choice, but
I mean, maybe
they
his
should
cycle is
listen. If
over.
you yeah, yeah, but if you don't have money to hire a good coach like a Conte or anybody, like you have to pay a lot. You should just upgrade Abata to the first team because he already know
I mean,
how the
that's
kid
tough,
is
man.
playing, and
I
it's
think
gonna.
you
But they
give
do have the
Abate,
money.
you give the futuro to Abate. And if he does well there, then maybe you can think. But I think there are there were coaches who were available. Let's say Conte is too expensive. I don't agree, but let's say Conte. I don't like Conte. I'll be honest. But let's say you had De Zerbi and you had Sarri, both available, and you turned down both. Sarri still doesn't have a job because he was waiting for the Milan job. That's what everyone says. So
Yeah.
you have a guy who did a good job with Lazio. And by the way, Lazio is always chaos. Well, Tito is a terrible president, okay? And Sarri's like, okay, look at what he did. Look at Sarri got Lazio into the Champions League. I mean, he did a very good job with them. They played very well. So imagine what he would do if he dealt with our squad. He would do really, really well. I mean, but fine, you don't like Sarri? De Zerbi's right there. One of the hottest coaches in the world, who's from your academy, who loves this club, and you didn't pick him up. I'm sorry, man. It just
That's true. But
it's incompetence. It's
And
because they're arrogant and they think they know better and they don't.
they do
that's
have the
true.
money, by the way. They do have the money.
They they have
Uh,
crazy money. Crazy money.
Kiko says, could Allegri do better with this squad? What do you guys think? I'll let you know my opinion, but you guys.
Allegri is not a good. Allegri is a bad manager. I will tell you why. I have a good example. In like a few years back, when Allegri was manager for Milan, I remember in the Champions League, Milan did win against Barcelona like 3-1 or 2-0, something like that. So
Yeah.
all you had to do, you had to go to you have to go to Barcelona and score one goal. You just had to score one goal, and he was defending, and Barcelona scored, and because of their away goal, they did win the game. It and they did win goal like we lost the Champions League. But how fucking coward are you? It's not, you are not playing at home, and if you score a goal, it means like a two, right? So just fucking go and
Yeah.
attack. But he was defending all the time. After that, I said, no fucking way. I will never want him at Milan again. It was horrible.
I think Allegri, if today Allegri games, I think Allegri would do a better job than Fonseca, but that's not
Of course,
saying
True,
yeah.
much.
Of
true,
course,
true,
yeah.
Yeah,
true.
but I think
Oh,
also the games would look a lot like today. If today like they'd be games like today, which is fine. I mean, I like winning. The thing is, I just want us to get Champions League. I don't if they're not going to spend money that we have when we do have Champions League. I don't want us to sell players to make up for their mistakes. I don't think we will. They told the journalists that they can take 1 year out of the Champions League. They budgeted for that, but whatever. All I'm saying is, could Allegri do a better job? Sure. Do we want to be stuck with Allegri for more
no.
than one season? No. I personally like, would he do a better job? Yes. But that again, that's such a low bar. Again, we were to start today, we were in eighth place behind Bologna, Lazio, Atalanta, and Fiorentina. We have more money than all of these clubs. The fact that we're so far behind Fiorentina, right? Fiorentina is in fourth place with a game in hand. Like there's no there's no way around the fact that they've
Okay,
done a terrible
No,
job.
okay.
I really don't like Allegri. Never liked his football. I hated him when he coached us. I thought I was
Hmm.
suffering that whole time.
Sure.
But now I would take anything, guys. Honestly, now I
Yeah,
Yeah,
would.
that's
but
how
That's
that's
how
a
great
right
dark
he
now
place,
is.
man. That's a
we
dark
want a
place that
coach
you're
that
in.
it does better than Fonseca. That's what we want. But in the long run, nobody wants Allegri. Does it
No,
make sense?
also it's amazing how Fonseca takes no responsibility for anything. No
Mm.
responsibility.
Yeah, I've never honestly. I've said this a million times. I've never seen a coach do what he does. I've never seen a coach break a locker room so easily. I've never seen a coach punish players every fucking week, and I've never seen a locker room managed this way. And I'm talking about decades of watching football. I've never seen anything like this. Never. Anyway, Nathan is in the house. What's up, Nathan?
What's going on, guys? I just finished watching the game, and if I wasn't driving home, I would have fallen asleep. Um,
Okay.
that being said, the goal we scored was a really good goal. The pass was more impressive than the shot, to be honest. But why the hell? Please, someone explain to me why the hell did we go to a five-man defense against a team that was never ever going to even have any real meaningful chances?
Because he's a scared loser.
Like, bruh, five at the back
I mean,
against
he did it against
Verona?
Atalanta. He did it in several games. He did it against Calgary. He's done it before.
Okay,
He's
The thing is,
Against
that
Atalanta, I understand because they are a monster of a team. Against Real
sure.
Madrid, they're, not at their best, but I get it. They got players that can really hurt you.
Yeah.
Against Verona? Bruh, what the heck? Like, bro,
It,
go.
it
Uh,
did seem like after we scored that Verona could have brought it back, right?
yeah, but that's
And we,
because we literally just sat back and just let them. Like, I understand against teams like Inter, Napoli, if you score a goal, you kind of sit back, let them push, and then you hit them on the counterattack, kind of like how we did with Real Madrid. But you're playing Verona.
the whole
Like,
approach with the game today was weird to me. From the beginning, it just looked weird.
If you want to be fair, I don't want to be too mean. He didn't have Okafor, didn't have Pulisic. He really didn't
yeah,
have. He didn't have Morata. If you want to be fair, I don't want Kamada. Like Kamada is the only attacking sub he really
no.
had.
So where's
Leao gets
Scotty?
injured.
Where is he?
Who?
Scotty, because he was being touted
Oh,
to
I don't know,
being
man.
brought up the whole
By the
time.
way, why has Jimenez not been playing? Why has Jimenez not even gave a sub for Teo until Fonseca decided that Teo's the devil? I mean, why haven't we seen
Well,
Jimenez at all?
we know. Okay, so we all heard the nonsense when Fonseca was coming in. He's, the type of person that he's going to use young players, blah, 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 blah. But unfortunately, we have incompetent owners, and Fonseca really doesn't have the time of day to play the young players, even though he should, because that's one of the main things he was brought in for. At least do part of the job that you're supposed to be doing. But because he's so worried about his position, he's not giving these guys the time of day. So Camarda's barely going to get minutes unless there's like drastic injuries. Jimenez, he's just kind of being thrown in there. Liberali's just being thrown in there. Like, these guys are just like Zaroli's had no time at all. Like, he's not going to do it unless he absolutely has to.
Right,
That's
and I'm
just what
not.
it's
I'm
going to
just.
be.
But the thing is, though, why? Like the reason why I don't like it is that you gave the first minutes to Liberali and to Jimenez when you decided to get into a fight, and you made them start in our 125th anniversary game. Like that's how you introduce them, and I think that was unfair to them as young players. Thankfully, they didn't crumble, right? But at the same time,
Right.
it shows you that he's making them like deal with his bad man management. I think he also ruined Okafor. Okafor is injured, and when he has come on, he's looked like he doesn't look like himself because
Well,
Okafor was the one who had to fix his mistake that he made with Leao. You
what's
know?
funny is maybe like a couple years ago, Roy. You remember when we were always having this discussion on whether or not the youth players should be played more? And one of the points I would always bring up is if you don't give these guys minutes throughout the year, you're going to get to a point to where you're going to have to throw them on, and you're just
Mm-hmm.
throwing them into the highway and oncoming traffic, and
That's
they're not
unfair.
gonna they're not gonna right. It's unfair. This is the point I was making years ago. You have to play these guys have to play meaningful minutes throughout the year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they have to start, but 20, not and when I say meaningful minutes, I don't mean 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No, 20 to 30 minutes is against these, mid-table
How about
and below teams.
how about up 4-0 against the Serie B team? Maybe
Oh
that's when you
yeah,
should
that
be
was
playing.
disgusting. That was disgusting that he did that.
He put
Hello?
I think if he's driving, he's probably in a dead zone. But I get where he's coming, or the direction that he was going. Against in the Copa, like especially in the Copa too, up 6-0, and I mean no youth players. So it really is unfair to guys like Liberali and
Listen,
to expect him to just come in and do something in the 125th anniversary.
listen. Gary, Forlani, Zlatan, Moncada, Fonseca. This is five, right? Nobody of them know anything, whatever what they are doing. They have no fucking clue, right? That's why nothing is going right. Even the player doesn't know. Before this match of today, I think I read that Fonseca said the players, young players like Liberali and Bertesacci, he said they don't know what is going on because they are going between teams like first team, Futuro, and the academy. It's like up down up down. They don't know. They don't know how
But
to behave, what
but
to do.
that's his fault. Fonseca, the Futuro team is not supposed to be a permanent team for our best players. Bartasagi, Jimenez, Camarda, Liberali,
Mm. They should be in the
you know,
first team.
right? A couple of those other guys, they should be they should be coming from the Futuro team, and guys from the Primavera should be moving up to the Futuro. The Futuro should not be a permanent team for some of these players, and I knew they weren't going to do it right.
Who knows what will happen to them next season? Jesus.
Right,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
Some of
Like we're
these guys
playing.
are
and
going to
in
get lost.
not
I
giving
know some of these
Abate the
guys are going to
job,
get
and
lost.
in not giving Abate the job, they've ruined the development of those Futuro
Yep,
players.
yep. You're 100, and Bonera is absolutely horrible. I mean, I've never seen someone so unqualified for a position outside of Jerry than Bonera. Like, good God, man! Like, has he taken any coaching? Like, any at all?
Wasn't he Pioli's
Jesus.
assistant or third? I don't know.
Say that one more time.
Wasn't him? What Bonera was playing under Pioli. Was a managing under Pioli. He was like a third coach or something because I remember one
I think
time.
he was a trainer, not a coach.
Trainer
Like an
because
assistant
be,
trainer or something.
yeah, because he did manage a game when
I
Pioli
remember.
and assistant manager they had Corona. I watched that.
Right, he was the third guy. He was the third
Yeah,
guy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't just because you're an assistant doesn't mean you actually understand what you're doing. Like this
Mm.
man, Bonera has no clue. Like Abate would have been. This would have been perfect for Abate. He'd have been with the
Yeah,
same
Yeah,
players
first
he's
that
been
team
whole
team.
Abata
coaching.
thing, dude.
Yeah,
That was it. Like the whole
because he's
Abata thing
busy. I think.
is it. That's it. Like the club is dead. With the way Abata was managing, that's all you need to know that this club is 100% finished. It's dead, and I don't
Like
think there's a way back. I don't
we're
think there's a way
struggling.
back.
We're struggling against Verona. What are they like 18th in the table or something like that? Like
We've been struggling
Last
against
time I
relegation
think,
teams. That's why there's no excuse for Fonseca. Like again,
bro.
like
I
he's
think
struggling against Torino. He's struggling against Parma. He's struggling against teams that have no business being in the same. He has better players up and down,
yeah,
and There's no excuses for him. He keeps on pointing at the players saying it's their fault. When does at what point he's going to say it's like real managers will be like, it's my fault. Even if it isn't, you say it's my fault. You protect your players and your players will fight for you. I don't think any of the players fight for him. And I don't think, and also, I also think the other thing is, I think they recognize that there isn't a plan. If you look at us, we have no idea. All we do is we wait for our players to do something awesome to do well. I've only seen Fonseca be smart tactically in 2 games, against Inter and against Real. That's it.
And
Those are
and
the
let's be
only 2
honest.
games.
And let's be honest. Against Inter, they missed a host of chances. Real Madrid's another story. But against Inter, they missed a lot of chances that they really should have capitalized on.
I mean,
I w-
to be honestly, I think we played better. I'll be honest. Yes, they missed chances, but Mike was there. But their Summer made big saves for them, like that header from Leao, like Summer, like we made big chances. I'll listen. I hate Fonseca, but I'm just saying. Besides those 2 games, even if you want to, I'm saying he did something tactically intelligent. That's why I bring up those games. Like
Right.
he did something where it's like, okay, you put 2 strikers and you were daring and you made your strikers work hard. Like you figured out a way to really exploit Inter's system. Against Real, he put Musa. He made us have like a real 4-3-3 when we needed. He made. But what I'm saying is, outside of that, he doesn't know how to break down anybody else. Like he
Well,
has no ideas. His subs don't come into like the 80th minute. He doesn't make adjustments. Like, and the players can feel like it's just up to them to do something. That's the problem
well,
with Fonseca.
if you yeah, if you notice, it's literally Pioli 2.0, and our gameplay relies heavily on wing play. If Leao and Pulisic can't do anything spectacular, then that's it. Like you gotta hope something individually amazing happens to where like there's some sort of breakdown.
Totally.
Like Verona today, Verona was defensively very good, and they messed up one time with a good pass, but it should have been a simple cutout by the center backs. But other than that, like we didn't do anything to like really threaten Verona. Like where's the interplay? Where's the overlapping? Where's the give and goes? Where the 1 and 2 touch
We can't
game?
play through the
Like we
middle.
don't do it.
Think if you look at it, bro, we cannot play through anybody's center. And that's so we just have this dumb U shape where all we do is we just pack it back and forth, and we hope Leao or Pulisic or somebody on the wing breaks through and does something. And what teams do is they let Emerson and Chukwueze have the ball, and they dare us to do something, and they know that they won't. And what's crazy to me is that because he doesn't have a strategy of how to build through the center of our opponents, we look like trash.
Yeah, it's the same thing under Pioli. Pioli at least was
A good man manager. At least
he
he
was
was
a good
able to
man
get,
manager.
yeah. At least
I
he was
think
able
Pioli
to get
is
people to
better than
believe.
Fonseca.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like much better, but slightly much.
We really needed to get a coach that was really innovative. That's what I was really hoping De Zerbi would have came, just because
Derby would
he's
have been perfect.
younger. You're right. He's younger. He actually works with younger players.
And you know what's funny? You know 2 players that he really wanted this summer? He wanted Benacer and he wanted Adley. Those are the 2 players that he wanted. And he already had. If he came over to us, he would have already had them. He could have used what we had, but he refused. Like we refused to get De Zerbi because for reasons I don't understand. Like just plain stupidity.
Well, the problem is he's Italian, and these guys are anything that deals with Italian players just does not happen.
But our squad is weaker because of it. Like we
Yeah.
literally have a squad issue because they don't like Moncada doesn't know how to scout somebody. And by the way, it doesn't have to be Italian. Kessie was technically an Italian trained player, even though he was from Cote d'Ivoire. Like this shows you the incompetence the total incompetence of Moncada, who was supposed to be, the super genius that was held back by Maldini. I don't think
Moncada only knows French players. He's a decent scout, but the fact that he
He's not a
bypasses all the Italian
yeah,
talents is incredible to me. It's incredible. So I don't really rate Moncada. I really don't. You got guys like Ricci, who should have been looked at a long time ago. Baldonzi should have been here a long time ago. Look at Calafiori. We could have got him for $5 million, but we get some random South
we
American
paid
that no one
Pellegrini.
even knows. Pellegrini, yeah, but so no. To me, it's just simply because they are Italian and they're not going to go for them. Because you can't sit here and tell me your algorithm tells you
It
that
is a weird thing, isn't it?
Pellegrini is better than Calafiori, who in that same summer got to the finals of the Youth World Cup, but Pellegrini's better. Like, come on, man.
It's weird.
I think it just shows you that, but again, it's about managing the list. Like, they're just lists that they didn't want to manage, and we're suffering for it. That's really what it is.
And this goes on
but
Elliot
anyways,
as well too. This goes on Elliot as well too. And I know they had the growth the growth decree thing that was going on. So I get it. They're trying to save money, but we don't. It's gone now, so there's no excuse.
yeah. Anyways, guys, I gotta head out. I just finished work and I have more work to do. But I just want to say, nice to hear from you guys.
Join our what's up, Z. Join our
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah. It's really really nice to hear you, and nice to see you guys. And thanks for listening to me as usual.
You want to join the what's up?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hit you up next time. I literally have to go into another meeting right now, so I gotta go.
All
right, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you.
You too. Take care.
What a disaster. What
Yeah.
a disaster. So Kiko Santos says, Roy, there's a chance Tonali coming back.
Yeah,
seems
to Juventus.
Yeah.
We're never going to spend that type of money for him. Not unless we give them someone like Tomori or something like that, which I would do.
Especially if we don't make the Champions League, we ain't spending any money at all.
And Tonali is doing good. It's not like he's not doing good. They will sell it for 30 million. He just scored 2 goals last game.
Yeah, I know, but like we would have to do a player plus cash for Tonali.
I mean, I think Loftus Cheek, and if Tomori wants out, I guess Tomori and Loftus Cheek for Tonali.
Yeah, but the problem is, why would Tonali want to come back to the same owners that said that we don't want you?
I don't know. Listen. I don't know if he's.
I think he was pushed out.
First of all, I don't know if these rumors are true. So a lot of these rumors might be true, they might not be. But according to the rumors, he wants to come back to Italy. So whether it's Milan, Inter, or Juve, I don't think that matters. I think
he didn't want to leave in the first place, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to come back. You know, the agents and stuff, they got to do the optics and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love.
Sorry, did the Ultra protest today?
Yeah, they did.
Say that again?
The Ultras, did they protest? Yeah.
Screw those guys, man. It's too late.
Later, fine.
They should have been protesting a long time ago.
I hope that protest keeps continuing.
Yeah.
Keep continuing.
Yeah. So when is the next game? Let me check.
Wouldn't it be ironic if Jerry banned the Ultras from the stadium?
That would be crazy.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Trust me, they will kill him. They will burn him alive. He will never come to Italy.
You know, Juventus did that for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, when Juventus built the new stadium, all the hardcore ultras were banned.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Listen, in semperamilan.com, there is an article that says Milan owner Redbird reached agreement with Elliot to refinance
Yeah,
vendor loan.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Basically,
they get more time.
basically this is what happened. They paid in advance a quarter of it, or I don't know, maybe a
I
quarter of
think
it.
Yeah,
it's 7%.
How much?
I think it says. Wait.
it's like a what 170 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they paid 170 million in advance and then renegotiated an extension to the loan until 2028.
Oh my God.
Jesus Lord, like what the fuck, man?
So
I
let's just
can't
stop.
believe they did that.
Let just yeah. After everything.
I'll be honest with
Right.
you, like I expected this to happen because it's kind of common in the world of loans, especially with banks. Like you can renegotiate loan,
Yeah, I mean,
even with credit cards, but until 2028, usually
yeah,
it's like 1 year.
5. You're right. That's what I figured. Like you got like a year or two extension, but 5 or not 5, but 4.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, man.
It's very
That's
bad.
that's a lot.
Let's just stop watching the games and following like the news before anyone get a heart attack.
All right, so Milan plays. Let me see. Next game. Next game is December 29 against Roma.
You say against Roma?
Yeah. Is there another? Is there Champions League? Let me see if there's a Champions League game. Nope. We got Roma and then Juventus in the semi-final Super Cup. Yeah. Yep. Well, guys, listen. Let's call it a night today. It's pretty late.
Can you just discuss something before you end, if it's
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Are the club linked to any players? Is there any rumors about transfers in January or anything? Sell or buy, especially buy.
I haven't heard anything right now.
And,
The crazy one I heard a few weeks ago was Osimhen.
I've heard not any linked players, but they kept. I've been hearing things of maybe they won't do anything in January and they just want to be patient. I've heard that.
Nah, that's gonna be horrible if that happens. If they don't do anything, at least buy a world class defender, bro. You need to buy a leader. To be honest, they should buy a leader.
No, that's gonna cost too much. And to be honest, I maintain that Gabia should be the captain of the team. Um, I don't think we're getting any defenders. That's not going to happen.
When Calabria entered the game, did Theo give him the armband, captain armband, or did he just keep continue have it?
Don't remember.
Well, he is the captain.
Who?
Calabria.
Yeah, but he was subbed in, right? Like, did Theo change it to give it to him, or they didn't care?
I'm not sure. I didn't even look too
I
hard.
didn't notice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for today.
All right.
Nice
Well,
to talk
thanks,
to you,
bro.
everybody. Thank you so
Talk to
much.
you.
Have a nice day.
All right, Nathan. So, Nathan, actually, before you
Yeah.
go, you're in Houston, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, the next East versus West is going to be in Dallas. Yeah, but whatever. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. I definitely. Hopefully the lineup. If the lineup's really good, then I'll see if I can try and go. Because that'd be a lot of fun to see.
Well, the next card is already insane.
Yeah, I know. I wish it was that one.
Yeah. So Devin Gennady just got confirmed. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, listen, it's late here where I'm at. I need to go to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to catch a little bit.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate everybody.
Thank you for
We'll see you
listening.
next time.
Deuces.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Ciao. Bye.